Hey, everybody! Welcome back to another episode of the United Adventure Company plays Delta Green, and tonight we are going to play some Victim of the Art. We know that you have really been waiting a long time for us to get back to this, and we're so glad to be able to come back. Looks like we are one player short, however, tonight, so hopefully he didn't get eaten by the thing.
Probably got eaten by something.
Probably got eaten by something. There's a fourth head. Nice.
Damn it.
So we're so glad that you could all join us tonight. Hey, out there in Twitch land. Here we are. So we have a couple of announcements. Don't forget our Halloween specials coming up at the end of the month. We have gotten the prizes for that. All these dice. We have all these sets of dice to give away from our friends over at Kraken Dice, who are not yet a sponsor, but we're working really hard and hoping that one day they will be. Come be a sponsor, Kraken Dice. Like, give us dice to give away, so I can stop spending money on them. No, but we do have we have 10 sets of dice to give away during our Halloween special at the end of the month. So we'll be doing a 3-game special. We're playing D&D, a game yet to be determined, and Weird. Yes, we know it's getting close. We need to figure out what that middle game slot's going to be. We have a couple options. We just have to figure out what players are available to play those different options. That's kind of where we're at right now. So if you would like to play with us, join our Discord and make sure you are a part of it as well. And if you want to catch up on all of the Delta Green action of Victim of the Art beforehand, go over and check out our YouTube channel and make sure you follow all of the content that we have over there. Subscribe so you can get updated every time we post a new video. We'll archive everything we do. D&D, Delta Green, Weird. What else do we play? Tales from the Loop, Call of Cthulhu.
Power Rangers.
Next year, we're going to play some Power Rangers, right, Jesse? Jesse's so down for Power Rangers, so... Lindsay says no, not down for the Power Rangers.
Y'all, I will mod chat while y'all play Power Rangers. How about that?
Maybe you can run the stream. Maybe we'll have you stream ready by then. You could host the stream.
Ew.
So, but shoot, I don't know what else to talk about here ahead of time. So other than we have been away for too long, we need a recap. So I'm going to throw it over to our handler, Nathan, to give us a recap. What has happened? Where are we?
All right. Fantastic. Yes, this recap will start with a disclaimer that if there are inaccuracies, that's on me. It's all good. We're going to try and match up with what I said a month ago, but who knows? That was a different guy. Where this started is the agents were briefed on a murderer in Glenridge, nicknamed the Glenridge Chiropractor. And on the scene, they found some anomalous organic materials. When they started, they were alerted that a Lauren Harrogate had gone missing. When they arrived to Glenridge, they were unfortunate in that both Lauren was found dead on a power line, and also Phenomen X had gotten there first. They did some inspections, found a headless rabbit at the scene, and managed to hold off the Phenomen X people as they met with Hannah Gregson, in charge of the police side of this. From there, they started to do some investigation. They went to the Harrogate home, in which they found Lauren's cell phone, which included a list of names that Lauren had been talking to that night. What else we got? The Phenomen X, two there are William Wong and Georgia Thorpe. I believe that Agent Joshua had looked into them a bit. And they decided to retire for the night to a kind of halfway crummy motel. During the night, Lauren's head was bouncing off the window, and they rushed outside to realize that there was something there that had, suctioned with these kind of mouths of a sort that were caught onto the spine of these some creature that was on the roof. They very bravely and perhaps recklessly jumped on the roof to try and take shots at it with a shotgun, but were unsuccessful as it faded off very quickly into the distance, almost swimming in midair. From there, Phenomenon X showed up, but they were able to get them on their back foot. At the moment, they don't look like they're making any progress. Peyton, though, to cover up the violence inflicted by the creature, took a punch punched Charles in the face. So Charles is going to the hospital where the anomalous materials are contained. So we're going to start there, in the back of this hospital truck. That's where my brain's at. You could call it an ambulance, but I want to call it that's not what they afford, I guess. So in the back of an ambulance, the professor is being jostled around as someone's trying to look at kind of the back of your head where there's little bits of glass shards in there.
Yep. Yeah. Did a real number on me there. That kind of hurts. Ow. Every time they touch me.
Yeah, and we're gonna need a stitch up. This is from that killer. Did you get a look at him?
It happened so fast that he just like slammed me against the window, and then it just happened so fast. Everything went kind of blurry.
And they're stitching you up, and I believe they ended up kind of leaving you there overnight to recover. So we kind of exit. They exit the room, and the professor is left alone with kind of the steady beep of monitoring. They probably wouldn't have hooked you up to anything because you weren't hurt that badly. But you've kind of got the hospital noise in the background. What is Agent Charles doing?
I guess I want to kind of just walk around. I want to walk out of my room and kind of just walk down the hall and just see who stops me first. I'm just going to kind of, if I don't have an IV pole or anything like that, I'm just going to see if anybody notices that I'm out walking around the floor.
All right, let's roll something just to see. You might be able to just kind of wander around.
All right.
Let's do are you kind of trying to be stealthy or just kind of fit in?
I don't want to be. I'm probably wearing a hospital gown, so I don't think I'm going to be all that stealthy in a hospital.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Now my character sheet, that's a whole nother story. It's being very stealthy right now.
Trying to find it.
Yes. There it is.
Why do you continue to have this problem?
Yeah, really.
Because I'm setting up everything in the background before the stream, and then I forget to open my character sheet. All right, let's see. Stealth. Yeah, I'm not very stealthy, and probably even less so in a hospital gown.
Yeah. Are you alert by any chance?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be alert and looking around just to kind of...
I mean, why don't you roll your alertness then to see if you can kind of keep ahead of people's eye lines.
Roll with my new flaming pumpkin dice from Kraken Dice.
Oh, no. They make the whole room shake.
Flaming pumpkins. Aunt 1.
All right. I don't think anybody notices you. You're like walking behind other people. That is a critical. All right. So where are you heading in the hospital?
I would like to head down to the morgue if possible. Along the way, if I happen to see a lab coat or if there's a nurse's locker room, if you're going to maybe grab a set of scrubs and change, I'd like to do that.
All right, yeah, you got a critical. I think that'll account for your kind of luck, and that is exactly what happens. Is you see there's a room, you see someone walks out, and you kind of scoop in and find some replacement clothes, and then you head down to the morgue. It's in the basement, and you kind of have to walk down some kind of concrete stairs. It loses a lot of the hospitality that the hospital has. And you kind of look, this is late at night. Through the window of the morgue kind of room, you see there's a couple offices next to it, and the morgue proper with the various pull-out drawers. And you see there is a man asleep in the office. It looks like he's just kind of fell asleep at his desk. He has some notebooks and whatnot in front of him.
Did we have the coroner's name? I can't remember.
I believe you did. It was Santorini, Dr. Santorini.
Right. All right. I'm gonna go on in and just see if any of these. I'm trying to remember because the body was taken there from the power lines. I want to go down, see if it's out, if it's maybe they've already stored it away. Because this is the next day.
Yeah, it is. I think you had told them to hold on to it for a little bit in town, but they brought it in after a bit. I think overnight, we'll say. And yes, you can see the intake for both Lauren Harrogate, but you can see as well there are intakes for Moretti and the other woman's name, who I definitely remember, Ms. Hapvin. The other victims, yes.
I will cough kind of loudly to try to wake this sleeping man.
Yeah, and he pops up. He's got very graying hair, but a shock of blonde in it. He looks honestly not completely put together. His clothes don't match particularly well. It's very frumpy. He's got a couple of glasses that dangle down to a chain. He's not really that old, but the combined effect is that of age as he puts on these cheap glasses. Hello?
I'll quickly flash my FBI credentials. Yeah, I'm from the medical department FBI. I'm here to pick up some bodies for transfer. You should have had your paperwork. I believe the 3 most recent from the missing persons case. I'll give them the names.
Yeah, and he starts looking. I don't remember getting any paperwork for that. Do you? Are you sure?
Oh, absolutely. They should have sent it over. You should have it. You know how the federal government is. Sometimes their couriers are delayed, but they sent me out to pick up the bodies. Do you have a transfer form I can fill out?
Yeah. And as he's looking through, what's your bureaucracy at?
Bureaucracy 50. So.
Okay, yeah. You would have enough, I think, to BS your way past it.
A half asleep morgue operator.
Yeah, and he's kind of looking. Okay, how are you planning to take the bodies? Do you have storage there? I'm doing some research. I found some really strange things with the some of the material they found on them. I'm assuming that's part of what this is. Is this like a?
Yeah, I'll need to take all of your notes with you. It's classified. I'll have to take all of your research with me as well. You're not going to be able to keep any of that.
I don't think that's normal.
Yeah. What was your name again? I'm sorry. I need to get that for my records as well.
Dr. Santorini.
Oh, Dr. Santorini. Yes. They told me I might find you here. I didn't know if you would be working these late hours, though.
Yeah, I was trying to do some research into the stuff we found so we can find the killer. Some sort of chemical compound that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, not sure what you're talking about. We're just looking at the forensics.
Okay.
But yeah, if you have anything pertinent to these cases, the FBI will need to take all of that information. In the back of my mind, I'm screaming, yeah. Oh my God, we're going to have to kill this guy.
Yeah, and he kind of looks up at you, rubs his glass a little. All right, yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah, I'll help you. Where are we taking them?
I can't tell you where we're taking them. That location is also classified.
No, that's fine. But how do you have a team coming in to help you take them?
Yes, I have a team. They're on standby as soon as I have the remains. I'm trying to be as diplomatic and correct as
Yeah.
possible. As soon as I have the remains secured and we have all the paperwork, in triplicate and double stamped and all, we'll have the team come in. We'll load them up and take them off your hands.
Oh, okay. Great. When is that going to be?
As soon as I notify them. In the meantime, I'll have to stand here and make sure that the bodies don't go anywhere and nobody touches them any further.
Oh, okay. You'll be standing here. Okay.
Yes.
So we'll cut out of this kind of awkward thing as he's like, are you actually contacting your team as he's like,
Not
just
in
looking
front
at
of
you.
him. I'm gonna tell him. You can go back to taking your nap. I'll just show me where the remains are. That way I can show my team when they get here.
yeah, sure. I'll come over here, and he kind of shows you, pulls out the well, actually, I suppose for the movie side of it, he'll pull out the bodies just so you can see them, because that's what they do. I mean, in reality, he'd probably just point the names out.
Yeah.
But yep, you can see all of them have been chopped from here on up, matching what you expected.
Autopsies. Yeah.
Yeah, what's your human at?
Human. Oh, it's base.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Okay. Cracking dice. Don't fail me. Yeah. 46. Yeah. It's.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he kind of wipes his eyes and goes, all right, I guess you can try calling your team from down here and then we'll just hang out. The reception's not great in the basement, but
Are there any like windows or anything down here?
probably not in the morgue.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't think so.
probably pretty.
I'll see. Do I have signal?
It's iffy. It'd be a luck check to see if it actually works down here.
Okay. I'll give it a try. And
Yeah, give it a shot.
damn, I rolled another alt one. Holy cow.
All right. Yeah. You don't know what he's talking about. Your provider handles it. And if we ever get that sponsorship, that's who the provider will be.
That's right.
All right. So whose phone, who are you calling?
I'm calling Joshua, Agent Joshua, because I need his particular set of skills to help me deal with this situation.
All right, Agent Joshua, your phone starts ringing. I don't know. Did the three of you try to get any sleep after they took Charles away? Or are you kind of jittery at this point?
No, I don't recall us sleeping. As a matter of fact, I think that was going to be a point. Or Joshua was just going to stop at the gas station and buy a box of no-dos. And
Well, we got a different room and slept, as far as I know. Maybe
Yeah.
it was just the girls.
Yeah,
Did
the,
we?
the women who have sense and decided that sleep was going to be necessary to, operate optimally.
well, then I suppose we did sleep then. All right. Answer the
All right.
phone.
Yeah, so this is not that many. This is probably like 3 in the morning, we'll say about. So yeah, you've gotten a couple hours of sleep at this point. Not nearly enough, but yeah, your phone starts to ring.
Hello, no, Agent, whatever name I made up before. I don't remember what
yeah.
it was. Agent Smith.
Yes, Agent Smith. This is Agent Humbug. I've secured the packages here at the morgue. The remains that we're scheduled to pick up. I'm going to need some assistance from you and the rest of the team. There are 3 packages that we need to extradite to the secure location, and we have a couple of extra parts that also need to be handled with care.
Got it.
Uh,
I anticipate we'll be en route to you shortly.
Okay, I will maintain the secure area here and with Dr. Santorini, and we'll await your arrival.
On our way. All right, and then I will contact the other room. Probably not using the hotel phone. I guess I'll have to use my phone.
Slam on the door a few times.
FBI!
All right, yeah. So, yep, giving them a call, waking them also up. Is everybody going to the hospital? It is, I think, an hour or so away. It's not in Glen Ridge proper.
Oh, god damn it. Why can't
Yeah.
we just be doing this tomorrow? Why is this gotta be done now?
Because
Fine.
it's important.
Fine. Yeah, my sleep is important too.
I'll drive.
Let's go.
Okay.
All
She
right.
wouldn't let me drive. She wouldn't let me drive last time.
That was my car last time.
I know.
So, yep,
Well,
you-
we're going to need to bring the van or the whatever it was we got.
It's like a little SUV thing.
Yeah.
Well, from what I understand, we're going to be hauling 3 bodies plus extra. I mean, we can't just roll up in there and a hatchback or something like that. It's got to look kind of official.
All right, I guess we'll follow you.
Sure. I mean, we did have a van thing, right?
yeah, you had
Yeah.
an SUV, yeah, I think, of some
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I buy that. And it
I mean,
it
is
looks like a rental, but
Mhm.
not. You'll see. It won't help you in convincing people that this is an official business thing, but you could carry some bodies in it. So we'll kind of drive as the 2 cars drive out. It does start to kind of spit and rain a little bit outside, kind of a light drizzle. And this is October, so it's pretty chilly. And yeah, you'll arrive at the hospital easily enough. It's about an hour there. Professor, do you just stand there the whole time? Do you make conversation?
I'm not really one for conversation, but I will chat him up a little bit about his autopsy work. I'll get him to maybe go over his notes with me and show me what he has discovered.
Okay.
That way I get an idea of what his knowledge of the whole situation is.
Yes, very good. You talk with him for quite a bit because as soon as you start asking questions about the bodies, especially about the material, he really lights up. And he kind of starts to talk your ear off about the different chemical components that make it up
Oh,
and why you
beautiful.
wouldn't normally find this and why it's so interesting. And I mean, just the way the bodies have been done, it's like some machine is his theory. Is some machine somehow got a hold of them and ripped their head off because no, it obviously wasn't a person. So
Right.
he's,
Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah. He's talking about this and kind of moving. I'll have you do one more roll, and you're really doing it. Do your alertness one more time.
Oh no. Nope.
No, okay.
I'm wrapped in his conversation.
Yeah. He's kind of taking you around the lab and pushing stuff around and showing you on bodies and whatnot. And that's the other 3 of you arrive at the hospital, or you would know well enough to get down to the morgue, because where else are they going to store 3 bodies? They're not putting them on beds.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you can see the professors there getting chatted at probably more than with. This seems like a good time. Everybody go ahead and roll a d6 and lose that much willpower just from staying up, because you're down in this
Holy
basement.
crap.
It's got that fluorescent lighting, and you're getting tuckered.
That is a
Damn,
third of
that's
my
full.
willpower.
That's not great.
so tired. Why did we have to do this tonight? I'm so tired. I just wanted to sleep, and of course, you had to like call us in here and take care of this right this second.
Well, hold on.
It couldn't be
I-
at like 7 a.m.
So my willpower is a 4 and I roll a 4. So I'm assuming I have 0 willpower now. Do I fall
Ooh.
asleep at the wheel and crash or what?
Yeah, we'll not go quite there because we don't want that to be the night of Agent Joshua doing that. But yeah, you get to the hospital and like that's it. Like you've really hit it. For the end of the day, you're completely exhausted.
Yeah.
Typical.
All right.
Typical.
All right. Look, I'm going to sit here and watch the car. The professor's in there. I really need to get like at least a little 5-minute power nap.
And you did say you were bringing some energy drinks or something, some sort of boost. That'll get
Yeah.
you for a D6 hours. That'll keep you awake for that long, but that's about it. After that, you're really down. But all right.
All right.
So yes, Agent Josh was snoozing in the car, leaving Agent Peyton and Agent Kristen to head inside.
Head inside, flash the badge, and follow the signs to the morgue.
Yep, you see this kind of a little bit muddled-looking individual talking to the professor about the bodies. Is this your team?
And I'll turn around. Oh, yes. Agents, welcome. Thank you for your speedy arrival. Right this way. And I'll look. Where is the other agent that was supposed to be
Smith
with
is
you?
in the car.
Ah, in the car. The smart move. Smart move. Make sure we don't
It's
get
a
any
little
parking
too-
tickets.
A little too early for him. He said, "Well, why are we doing this at 3 a.m.?" And I said, "Well, obviously because it's absolutely necessary. Can't wait until 7 in the morning after everybody got some sleep. But hey, what do I know?"
That's right. You're absolutely right. This cannot wait. If the
I roll
two,
my eyes.
if the two of you would help me with these, and I'll point to the body bags. I guess by now we've probably loaded them onto gurneys.
That probably checks out, yeah.
And
He'd probably have to call somebody to help you. I doubt you'd do it yourself, but he can, get some people down to move them.
that won't be necessary. We can roll them
think
out on
we-
gurneys. We can handle that
we-
part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've got wheels. I mean, we've done this a couple of times. It's kind of what we
Yeah.
do. It's our thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, can I get all your agent names and whatnot? Like he's kind of like looking for his release form sort of thing. Can I get all that? So
oh
I
yeah,
can...
here, I'll take that and I'll fill it out for you. No problem. While we wait for
Great.
them to load everything up, I'll get it all filled out for you.
Okay. Great. You have a refrigerated unit that you're putting these into, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, of course we do.
I've been talking with sorry, with agent whatever you said. I just this is really pretty. This is something like whatever they've got on them is really pretty cool.
Listen,
Do you,
this is top secret. We can't have you
Mhm.
talking about this. You must understand that this is of the highest secrecy, and it is a national security situation.
okay, but I mean the material. Do you? And he's getting a little flustered through this. I just. I mean, with the people dying and whatnot, I've looked into I'm looking into the thing. Are you sure I can't help in some way? And
I'll tell you what, Dr. Santorini, just let us get everything loaded up, and then if there's anything we can get your assistance. Oh, sorry, it's been a long day. Been hit in the head by a fugitive as well. Still a little stinger.
Oh, how are you feeling, by the way?
I've been a little woozy. I almost threw up once. Almost, not quite. Almost. but
Too bad.
and trying to derail the conversation away from, So yep, let's get these and we'll get Agent Smith in here. Why is that covering him up now? That doesn't make sense. Oh, I see why. Because our other player is joining us. I was like the whole thing shifted.
It's shifted.
Mhm.
So we'll have to I'll have to do some rearranging of things here just a minute. So if you all would kindly finish taking the bodies out, I'll get all the paperwork filled out, get everything finished. We'll get it sent over from the home office. It has to go through the official federal. Yeah, I know.
Channels.
Yes, channels, exactly. The official channels and all that good jazz.
Yeah, and your bureaucracy's high enough that you can kind of BS them as you're doing this and filling it out, and it all sounds right, and it's very distracting as the other two load the bodies into the car. Is Agent Joshua a snorer, or is he quiet?
Let's see. Quiet.
Quiet. Man, you barely even hear it as they're loading these bodies into the car. And you kind of get the thump, 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 and you've got 3 decapitated bodies in the back of your SUV.
So I'll no one's called me on my phone, so he wouldn't know if it was on silent or not. I'm gonna pick up my phone and act like it was vibrating. I'll look at it and answer, yes, this is Agent Humbug. Oh, we do. Okay, very well. All right, thank you very much. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Goodbye. Click. Dr. Santorini, we're going to need you to come with us, please, sir.
Why?
I've just been informed to bring you so that you can explain all of your research and medical opinions about what you found on these bodies. You're going to need to come with us, sir.
I'm not even remotely. He's kind of looking down his outfit. I'm not remotely. I need like a shower and a
It's okay.
shave. Like
we have a shower where we're going. You'll be fine. No need to worry.
Don't
come on with us.
Um,
And about this time, maybe the other 2 agents have come back already, or not? They come back.
Yeah, I can buy that. You BS'd with the form for long. No.
Okay. Would you 2 please escort Dr. Santorini out, please? And I'll make sure we gather all the information here that we need.
Well, give me a second. I need to lock my computer and let my shift lead know that I'm heading out.
I'll take care of all that. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure that your shift is covered. Don't worry, Dr. Santorini.
Go ahead and make a persuade if you've got it.
Persuasion. Oh yeah, I'll give it a shot. Oh
Let
no,
Kristen do the talking.
that's a critical failure. 99.
And he's like, "No, I need to say goodbye today. I can't just go off with people without letting people know. I have responsibilities to cover. So just give me a second." And he reaches for the phone to pick it up and call. You think like kind of an inter-hospital call.
How close to the desk am I?
You
Yes,
could
at
be
that point.
pretty close to it as you were talking to him, like a stride away. It's not that big of an office.
I'll look at Agent Kristen and Agent Peyton, and I'll just see about reaching over and just pushing the button, the button down, and that, yeah, click. There's no need to do that. We're going to inform all of your superiors that you will, and try to recover myself. And meanwhile, hopefully they pick up the cues that I'm laying down.
Yeah. What's your guys' humans, the other 2 in the room?
60.
60?
Sorry, 60.
60. Okay. You can see that he's getting panicked. But he kind of goes, okay, all right, yep. I see that this is a federal thing. Let's go then.
All right. Thank you for your cooperation. Federal government appreciates it.
Of course.
And I will, while they escort him out, I'll make a look like I'm going to sit down. I'll pick up the phone. Make it look like I'm calling people to let them know. Like I'm going to do what I said. Pretend.
All right.
And also, hopefully, he didn't get a chance to lock his computer yet.
All right. Well, please, lead the way. I don't quite know where we're going.
You're not the only one.
Crap.
So, the two of you start heading up. And you exit the basement. You start kind of one of those hospital walks through the hallways, where you can see some people going by. There's doors off to the side. You pass by one of the nurse stations, and Santorini takes off. He just makes a break for it. What do? He's not that fast. Like, you can see him kind of scuffling on the floor.
Well, I'll go after him.
Doctor.
Just let me say goodbye to somebody real quick.
You need to stop where you are. We're federal agents.
Are you chasing as well?
No, I'm just yelling at him.
Yeah. So Agent Kristen is taking off. Agent Peyton is yelling, go ahead and do a persuade. See if you can get him, like your authority voice gets him.
45, yes. 45
All right.
out of 50.
He starts to slow down, and he does stop, but he's getting a whole, like, he's kind of, he's gotten an eyesight of a nurse. Excuse me, sorry, Molly, right? Molly, just want you to know that tomorrow I have I'm going with these federal agents, so I might not be in tomorrow. It's Agent what was it? Agent Humbug and whatnot are taking me to a location that is
I'm going to have to ask you to stop talking right now. I assume that I have caught up with him.
Yeah, right.
At this point, and I'll just kind of gently grab his arm and lead him away.
Okay, have a good evening, Molly. I'll be in tomorrow. As you pull him gently and lead him back towards the car.
Yes, we're putting him in our car.
Yeah, that would be my guess. I don't think we can put him in the other car. Not with the dead bodies.
That's exactly where he needs to be, in the other car with the dead bodies.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. So this is a rental. You just put him in the back seat. Is that pretty much the move?
Yeah.
I was thinking the trunk, but I'm
Is there
not
child
there.
Are there child locks on the door?
Sure. I think that makes sense. And you you might hear, like, after a minute, the clunk of the handle, like, from the inside being tried. But yeah, and he's just looking. Agent Charles, is there anything else you do down in the morgue?
If he didn't lock his computer,
Oh, he did. No, he definitely locked his computer.
well, that's frustrating. I'm gonna need some We're gonna need to.
Yeah.
Somebody's
this-
asleep at the hotel room still.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody got left at the hotel.
Yeah, somebody got left at the hotel. I'll come out and say, at this point,
If
There's
only
not-
you had a computer guy.
I know if only I'm sitting here looking at my computer science going, I could try to hack a password. I've been rolling the
Go
ones
ahead and
tonight.
just go ahead and roll a luck real
luck?
quick if you
Okay.
would. Yeah, because we haven't established
Ooh.
what kind of computer it is.
04.
Oh, 4. It's actually a laptop, like a work laptop that you could just take with you.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll just take it with me.
Since it's current-ish age, I was like, there's a 50-50.
It's in a docking station. I'll just take it with me
Yeah,
in that case.
very good.
And any paperwork that is associated with these bodies, anything like that, I want to take that with me as well.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, so we will regroup back at the cars. Peyton and Christine, you have Dr. Santorini in the back who's kind of nervous talking at you. It sounds like the sleeping Agent Joshua for the moment and Agent Charles are in the body truck.
Yeah.
Where are you heading? What are you doing as the rain's pattering on the top of the cars?
I guess I'll ask
Give
Agent
Kristen
Joshua
a
if
look.
if he wants me to drive.
Do I see the doctor when they wake me up?
Yeah, when you wake him up, you could see in the other car, yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We need to kind of put our heads together here and figure out what we're going to do.
Who the hell is that?
So I'll explain everything
Why?
shortly. That's Dr. Santorini. He knows a little bit too much about what's going on. So
And what do you plan to do?
what the mission is to, take care of any dangling participles.
Well, unfortunately, now he knows way more than he needs to know.
Well, he knew way more ahead of time, so trust
Well,
me.
now he knows what we all look like and everything else.
Well, sounds like a perfect
Sounds
job
like
for you.
Sounds like you got some wet works to do. I'm not cleaning up after this.
Well, okay, that's fine. I can take care of this too.
Hey, you,
Maybe.
Professor, if you got enough to put a gun to the back of a man's head and blow their brains out.
Oh, no. I didn't say anything about that. We'll get in the van. We'll talk more about this on the way back to the hotel.
What do you want to do? Flashy thing him? We don't have flashy things.
But why not? We need a flashy thing.
That's a myth.
I mean, I guess you could flash him your thing, but I don't think that's going to make any difference here.
No, then he'll definitely know too much.
No,
What?
I think we're gonna have to call in a favor from the office on this one.
Okay,
God,
here's
no.
what we should do.
He
I
was
think we need to pretend like we're arresting him, call in a favor, and then we can have some big shot from the FBI show up and explain why this guy has to stay silent and how this is a national security issue. And if he talks, we're going to have to arrest him and try him for, I don't know, something. Whatever it is when you screw with the government.
All right.
don't know.
Okay,
We
I
have
don't
a
think
big
it's gonna
shot
work.
back at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
so where do we go now?
I didn't think about that.
Your phone is ringing off the hook. Guys, where are you? I just
Can
woke
we-
up.
What is
I
everybody?
think we can take him to the police station and tell
Are you
him
really calling
we
everybody?
need to-
Oh, I've been
Yes,
trying to send you guys.
that is a good idea.
We need to take him to the police station, and then we can tell them that we're questioning him, and then we can have our big shot come and talk to him about how he has got to stay quiet because this is a real national security problem. Okay, do y'all see what I'm getting at?
Yes, that's a very
Yes,
good idea.
makes sense
They'll
to
give
me.
us a room.
Yep.
At this point, you're starting to get calls.
Hello.
Well, that's the thing. This is about 4 a.m. at this point. They've all you were awake. They've all rolled exhaustion checks. Would you like to wake up or would you like to stay asleep and actually be aware tomorrow?
I'm gonna just say, fuck it, we're calling.
All
I'll
right.
wake up and realize that I'm in the hotel room by myself. I'm like, where the fuck did everybody go? It's like I get up to take a piss or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck is everybody? I look around, go to the other one, and realize nobody's there. Yo, where is everybody? What the hell are y'all up to? And why didn't you wake me up?
I tried. I poked you a couple times, but
Oh shit, my bad. I'm a really deep sleeper. You
Yeah.
gotta pretty much pull my hair.
I'll remember that.
Don't pull my hair.
Intriguing. All right. So you guys, it sounds like you're going to the police station. Makes sense.
We'll go to the police station. They can go pick him up and do something with the bodies.
In the meantime,
time.
we tell Agent
Yes,
Joshua
we're driving around with.
we need to
3
stop at the
corpses.
ice house and pick up some dry ice. Oh,
I mean, probably easy. It's pretty late at night. I don't
ice
know
house
how
is
easy
open
it's-
early. I don't know if you know this. Ice
Hotel's
house is
not
I
open,
open.
know.
Shane.
Or we could just say, or we
Hey,
could
there's
just
ice machines at the hotel.
Yeah.
hit the
there
ice
are.
machines at the hotel. We totally should do
Look.
that. Just fill the body
You know-
bags with ice.
Yeah,
Oh,
just somebody told me it's like, go ahead and start getting some ice. We're gonna need some ice.
what do we need ice for? Our mission is to destroy the evidence. This is evidence.
Yeah, but we don't want it smelling until you got a plan to destroy it right now. You want it to smell tomorrow in the desert sun?
This
We're-
is in Long
we're
Island.
not in the desert.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get my game.
It is also raining in October. It's chilly to begin with.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean, you probably
Fine.
have a little bit of time. Yeah.
Wait, where
Coast.
are we on the coast?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, you are.
Well, I think quite possibly we weight these bodies down. We take them out far, and we let them sink to Davy Jones.
it's not a horrible idea. Fish food, but then what becomes of the fish that eat this material that's on them? See, we might be releasing something that's far more dangerous.
It's
By
already
doing that.
released.
Do you want to make more of them? That's my point. I mean, we don't know how this stuff even replicates. If something eats it, will it get, will it turn into one? We don't know. Then you'll have a whole ocean full of these whatever maniac shark things. Like,
All right. I'll take care of it, but I think next time these are the kinds of questions that need to be asked and answered before we steal the bodies and kidnap the doctors.
you were asleep in the car. What did you want me to do? I had to wing it.
So let's cut from there as the professor says, I had to wing it, over to Agent Kristen and Agent Peyton. You start maybe going towards the police station, and it doesn't really click with Santorini, you don't think, until you start asking about, we need to put him in a cell. And he gets immediately flustered. Next to you, you can see, we'll just say you have kind of the same agent that was at the site earlier is staying up now overnight, inducting people. He's kind of like, okay, yep, here's the forms to put him in. And Santorini's going, oh, what? I need to talk to my lawyer. What is going on? Am I under arrest?
You're here for questioning.
I don't...
Listen, we're gonna have our superior. We're gonna have our agent director getting in contact with you. We've got some questions we need to ask, and you're not under arrest, but we need to hold you for questioning.
It is a matter of national security, so.
You guys had worked on him convincing. He is deeply concerned, and he's just kind of going, I'll stay put, but I'm not going in a cell. I'm staying in a room. If I'm not under arrest.
Now, why would we
If
put
there's
him
a
in
questioning
room?
room, yeah, if there's a questioning room, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Yeah, fine. I'll stay here for a bit. Can I get some breakfast or something?
Of course.
Okay. And
We'll bring you a chicken biscuit from the McDonald's.
gross. Yeah. And he kind of like, okay. Don't you have donuts here? But he will stay put. But you're thinking he might try and check out if you're not swift about it.
Oh, I don't think the police would let him out, but I'll wait here if you want to go pick up some donuts.
Yeah, I'll go get some donuts, and I'll give him a look, and I'll be like, "You're so needy for somebody who's threatening national security." God.
You kidnapped me an hour away, and I thought I was helping.
This is not kidnapping. We are federal agents, and we are holding you for questioning. You just need to calm down,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm cooperating. I'm going into my room.
Okay.
Boy.
And I'll
Oh,
look
jeez.
at Kristen. I'm gonna call our superior officer to come down here and talk to him.
All right.
Superior officer. All right.
I will
So-
go in to the room with him and start asking him just some basic questions.
Anything in particular you're looking for there?
I just get a bit of his background information and I ask him if he's ever had any government level clearance.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's pretty open about that. He is not. Sounds like he's just worked with the morgue for most of his life. And yeah, let's cut for the moment to Agent Payton. You're calling your handler, it sounds like?
I was gonna start with calling Anthony and
Okay.
having him try this and see how this goes. So I'll give him a call.
Right.
Anthony, I need you to come up here to the police station. You are our assistant director, and you need to tell this coroner about how this is a matter of national security and how his silence is necessary under the threat of prosecution for breaking laws that endanger the national security of the United States.
Okay.
If, for whatever reason...
Right, I can do that, but I've got a better idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hang on. So who is this doctor guy? Tell me a little bit about him. I'm assuming you're just going to tell me about that. We don't need to go through that.
Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
Santorini.
Dr. Santorini, local doctor. Okay. So what we're going to do is destroy this man's career and gaslight the shit out of him.
I figured that was step 2.
So what we're going to do, we're actually going to
You're not gonna like talk to this guy first and try.
No. Obviously, I have got to get every bit of information out of that guy that I can muster. Thank you. But after that, our options are either to dispose of him, which I assume would be messy work. Do you have any idea how hard it is to actually hide a body?
I've never tried, and I don't really intend to start now. I don't even know why the doctor pulled this crazy shit.
What did he pull?
He went in there and he's all like, "Oh, it's 3 a.m. I gotta steal all these bodies, and then I gotta try to kill this coroner because he knows too much." I don't know why we couldn't just like try to talk to this coroner and like talk him down and get him to agree to be silent. I don't know why this was so difficult. Why did they have to turn to this?
You can never depend on that. So the thing is with the information control, he can tell and he can say whatever the fuck he wants, but you know who he's going to be telling them? The sensationalist fucks in the van.
Yeah, well, it's not like anybody believes them anyway.
That's the whole idea. Nobody fucking takes that shit seriously as a credible source. Basically, we just make him look crazy as fuck. He's going to put his entire career on the line and he'll never work anywhere again, except for, like, maybe for them. But, I mean, this is a self-resolving problem, all right? I've had to do this kind of shit before. Obviously, slightly different,
Well,
scope.
here's
Different
the
scope.
thing. We're gonna have all of the evidence. All the evidence gonna be taken care of.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why we can't just try to talk this guy into not talking. Because if he
We
does
try to talk
talk,
him into not talking.
there is no evidence, and he looks fucking crazy.
Right. But the thing is, what you're expecting, you think he's actually going to not talk? How are you planning on convincing him to not talk? Are you going to threaten his family?
No.
Are you
We're
going
gonna
to threaten
threaten him
his
with
wife?
No, threaten him with trying him under laws that and insert law about national security and
Yeah.
all that.
So, and let's just say he decides that it's worth that risk, then what? He writes an expose, goes to jail, becomes a martyr, develops a following. What we
I
do,
don't think that's going to be the case because he's got to have freaking evidence to get anywhere. If he goes to jail after writing some sort of expose, but there's no evidence to support his theory, everybody's just going to think he's crazy then too. So, same outcome.
So, what do you know about? You have a lot more faith in humanity than I do, Peyton.
Well, I don't know if that's something you should be proud of.
There's no pride or shame whatsoever. What I'm saying is that people will fucking believe anything unless it comes from somebody that they already know is bullshit. This guy has credentials. I worked as a coroner during an important case involving extraterrestrials or whatever the fuck he decides he's going to say about it, right?
The only people that listen to people like that are a bunch of assholes who are going to believe anything anyway.
Which is exactly why we make sure that he only tells the least credible possible source. So if they get that word out first and they're his primary out, unless you have some compelling reason why this is, I mean, again, you can threaten him. If he decides to talk, we just need to make sure that his talk is funneled somewhere.
Okay, fair enough.
That's all I'm going to do.
Okay.
Speak now or forever you hold your pace. Also, I look up, you hear the sound of the curtain pushing. You took both cars. I have no way to get out of here.
Uber.
Yeah, I guess that is the case, ain't it?
So let's cut from that comment over to Agent Kristen. You're in the room with Santorini. You're having a pleasant chat. He seems to be settling down a little bit. Breathing's returning to normal. You have enough human to know he's the kind of the adrenaline is wearing off. And you hear kind of a knock, knock, knock on the window, and looking up, you see the extremely tired face of Hannah Gregson, the police detective that is leading that. And she pops open the door as soon as you see. You got a moment there, Agent Kristen?
I do. I excuse myself from the doctor and head into the hallway.
Thanks. Now, did I hear right that you had a chance to talk? Did you guys get attacked by some sort of killer last night?
There was an incident.
What? I mean, the police are talking. They got all your stuff. Did you get a look at him?
I didn't. Agents Humbug and Smith took off after him into the woods while we tried to settle down the people at the hotel.
Oh my god. So he's in the area? I assume a he? She?
I believe, yes, they said he. I know that they lost track of him at the water.
So we could be anywhere. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Shit.
You are better off
Gonna-
contacting Agent Smith for
I-
his
I don't-
report.
We got some police report from there. Like we got some descriptions. I'll read through them as I have time, because apparently I'm gonna have to get ready for a press conference to tell everybody that there's a serial killer running around. And now he's been seen. He's gonna. Oh no!
I'm going to ask that you keep that undercover for a little while we get our FBI liaison to work up what needs to be said.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep that undercover. And she pulls out her phone.
Well, anything
and
official.
starts looking at it. Great, because I've got this, and she shows you a Phenomenex page that has a couple of very known to you teenagers looking out their kind of van window at this hotel scene. And they're talking about how they've got a couple clips, actually, of somebody walking around holding the back of their head. Their nose has got a little blood. Maybe it looks like the professor. And they're just talking their teeth off about how there's some serial killer here that attacked some agents. And it's probably some bigger conspiracy. They're thinking maybe some governmental assassination, counter-assassination thing. But it could go really deep. And she pauses the video and turns to you. And we've got people that live near the woods that are freaked out of their gourd because they heard some agents running around screaming and shooting and doing whatever.
I totally understand.
So I'm saying I don't think I can keep this undercover. I think I'm going to have something for the public.
Well, that's what I said. We need to get our FBA liaison to speak with the public.
Oh,
It's going to take me a while to get a hold of them.
we don't
I
have
just thought of
that
something
long.
really, really amusing I could do with this.
Yeah, we don't have that long. I can give you till like 8 in the morning. And we'll see what we can do, but we're going to have to let people know they're in danger.
Yeah, that's true. I will have something prepared by then.
Okay, yeah, and you're pretty tired. Like, you're thinking about it's like, that's 2.5 hours away. It's not that far. And it's just, you're as tired as she is, as she kind of hustles away to do that. And we will cut from there over to Agent Joshua and Agent Charles. You have a car full of bodies. It is about 5:30 in the morning. What are you doing?
Trying to figure out, let's see, we could burn them. Maybe there's a sausage factory around here somewhere. I don't know.
Long Island Sausage Factory.
Maybe that's not a bad idea. Maybe there's a funeral home around here with a crematory that we could break into.
Thought about that. Unfortunately, there's a potential for still a potential for some DNA, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What if
we could jump?
What if we plant the bodies at Dr. Santorini's house and frame him for the murder of all 3 victims?
But they
And
already
then-
know that we took the bodies.
Who knows? The only person that knows is Dr. Santorini.
No one saw y'all. I mean, no one.
No one saw
Are
us
you
take
sure?
the bodies out. Now I don't know if anybody saw them escorting anybody through the hospital, but we went out the service entry at the morgue, so nobody saw. We didn't go through any hallways.
Not to completely rain on this parade to begin with. They would have cameras around the hospital.
Mhm. That's what I'm saying.
You at the very least would. I mean, you would know that would be an
Okay.
issue.
Darn.
We just
Not saying
need
it's
to burn these
insurmountable,
things.
but
Yeah.
We need to burn them and then throw the ashes in the water. I'm thinking.
That'd probably be the best bet. Least possible chance of recovery. Mm-hmm.
Just find a place to burn a pile of dead bodies around here without drawing suspicion to us. Is this a rural? This is a rural area, right?
it's on Long Island, so you're out of New York proper. This is not a particularly big town, but it is kind of that like peninsula feel. You could probably get a good distance away, but there's not like it's not middle of nowhere, I don't think.
Hmm.
I'm prepared to be wrong, but that's the call I'm making. There is you could probably find a field to do it,
Well,
but
can I,
also you wouldn't want to stick around.
yeah, I want to look up a map of the roads on my phone and see if I can find one that's like just an old road
Okay.
that goes off into the woods or
Right.
something somewhere.
All right,
Hopefully.
sure. Let's do a. Do you have navigate? I'm assuming not. That's usually not one of the skills people take.
Usually not.
I have 10%.
Yeah. Just do a search check then. I'm not sure it's quite applicable, but we'll handle it that way.
20. Yep.
All right. Yeah. You can find some kind of out of the way road. Again, it's not completely untraveled. It is still a road, but you think if you're lucky, you could get it done. And it is kind of raining, so that'd help.
All right, well, we're going to need to stop somewhere and buy accelerants and stuff.
Well, we just buy a garden hose and siphon it out of our own gas tank.
But then we'll have to drive back with empty tank.
You don't need much to light a body.
Oh man,
We
I'm there
need
for
this-
that.
We need this fire to be super hot. Like, we need to put some like camping fuel and all kind of. We need like dump Coleman fuel on it and gas, everything. We need this thing to burn.
Well, you may know more about that than I do, so I will defer to your judgment.
All right. Anything else before we see how their group is dealing with Santorini?
Um,
All right, I think maybe we should send them a message and tell them we're taking care of a few things. I don't know, and stop at some 24-hour store.
Okay.
Get a
the
couple-
seediest,
couple,
shadiest looking gas station around that obviously has no security cameras.
Yeah.
get like just 2 5-gallon buckets in cans of gasoline and other things that I could use as an accelerant.
Just throwing them on top of the bodies. All right. Yep.
Roll the window down. No
Yeah.
smoking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and start
People are walking
pre-soaking
by your
these.
car. Is that are those people sleeping in those sleeping bags? Get out of here.
Yes,
All right.
yes, they are.
Yeah. We will we'll kind of jump from that shopping, which will take a little bit. So agents, I assume you go and get Agent Anthony in some fashion.
Yeah, I'll go get him.
Okay. You get back to the police office. What are you doing? Police station.
Police offices. That's like a hospital.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Good boy. Fun
I'm
day.
gonna go to the room and gesture for Kristen to come out and talk to us.
Hey.
You look like you had something. Did something happen?
Yeah. Crap. I cannot remember her name. The
Gregson?
Detective Gregson. Yeah.
Gregson, that's it. Gregson has come in and wants to put out a press release on the incident last night.
This is a cool story.
because
Found out normal
the word is out that there's a serial killer on the loose.
I'm fine with that.
You know,
You know why I'm fine with that? Think about it.
actually,
Think about why I'm fine with that narrative. That is a much better narrative than what is actually happening. I don't care if there's a bunch of sensationalist bullshit about a serial killer about this place.
I just
That's
had
good.
a thought, y'all. Why don't we place the good doctor under arrest for suspicion of murder?
On what
And
grounds?
then what? And then what do we do with
Well,
them?
Well, we just hang on to him until his name can be quote unquote cleared. This gives us a, you know, the press release will have a suspect. They can say we got somebody under arrest. It'll help mitigate any kind of public upset about it.
So what all
And
does
then
this doctor do?
ultimately,
I don't think that's going to fly with Gregson. She's
What if
going
this-
to ask for proof.
What does this doctor know?
Next to nothing.
he knows about the chemical composition. He found some on these bodies and he's like way too excited about it. But that's all he knows. And had the idiot professor not grabbed him, then this would not be a problem.
No, the bodies were going to be a problem one way or another.
Not the bodies. I'm talking about the doctor. The doctor would not have been a problem because then it would have just been him being all like, oh, this thing I found and now the bodies are gone and there's no evidence. And then he just looks like a dumbass. I mean,
What else could we have done? You gotta
Just
make
taking the bodies.
just taken the bodies and left the doctor.
And then the doctor would talk about what he had found, and don't you think that would be more sensationalistic and be true to the story?
And when he talks but he has no evidence, nobody believes him.
Well, he doesn't have any evidence.
Yeah, because we took the bodies.
Bingo.
And then if we took his computer, then he definitely doesn't have any evidence.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So then all that's left is the gibbering talk of a doctor who has no evidence to back any of his claims.
well, if you want to look,
He looks like this is why I keep talking about put him in the fucking crosshairs of the Phenomenex guys. Nobody's gonna believe what the Phenomenex guys have to say, and if he's the only person they're telling, he discredits himself. And once he said, "Oh, I found some weird fucking biochemical substance," I have
Honestly,
no proof that I ever had it.
after talking to him, he just doesn't seem like the type that would talk to Phenomenex.
Even better, who would he talk to?
that's what I'm saying. If we intimidate him, he might not talk to anybody.
Okay, well, that's much simpler than the shit that I had cooked up.
That's what I was saying. We try to intimidate him, and we're like, if you talk, we're gonna, throw you in jail and all this shit. It's really not that difficult to see how we would intimidate this guy.
All right, well, Peyton, you come in with me if you want to join me as well. Feel free to, but
What time is it?
I have no fucking clue. I just know that
yeah.
I'm mad and I am in desperate need of some stimulants.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Aren't
since
we
we
all?
are talking about that, could Agent Anthony roll a d6?
Yeah.
As it's you're kind of asking what time. It's about 6 a.m, and just hearing that is like catching up with you. What'd you roll?
That's a 4.
All right, lose that from your willpower as the night's just kind of coming up and smacking you in the face. That's
Wait,
a good
willpower?
reminder for willpower. Yeah,
Ow.
that's a good reminder. Agent Joshua, you're in the you're doing some shopping. Those 5-hour energy are looking real good right now. You might want to grab a couple of those and start popping them as you go, or you will be taking a -20 wherever you go.
Oh, I'll grab them, and I'll grab a couple cases of energy drinks and pass by the little medicine area and grab no dose and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, perfect.
Mini thins and
Yeah, you're it's really hitting you. And then right for Agent Anthony back there. Yeah, it feels like it's 6. feels like it's 60. It's feels so late at night, yet early in the morning. It's terrible.
Yeah, I've got 2 hours to come up with this press release. So
Okay.
if you have a specific idea where you want to go with it.
There's a serial killer on the loose that has stolen the bodies in order to cover his tracks. The chemical was a calling card, but here's the thing: this guy is involved in a much larger federal case than we have the clearance to let on. And if he talks about it, he's a dead man. And
We're
that
talking about the press release versus what we're telling this guy.
press release, very simple. There's a serial killer on the loose. He has stolen the bodies from the morgue in order to cover his evidence. We'll be escalating this through all levels of government that is necessary.
There
We're
are
not-
cameras
I'm not-
everywhere.
Yeah,
There are
doesn't
cameras
matter.
everywhere. They know we're the ones that took the bodies.
do they?
Yeah, there were cameras
We wa-
everywhere.
You mean
We
you mean
walked
tell me that
them
the
out.
doctor You mean tell me that the doctor didn't? Oh, what the fuck?
He willingly gave the FBI the bodies.
He put it. He had the forms at one point. I don't.
Oh.
I'm assuming you grabbed the forms on your way out.
Oh, I kept the forms with
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
They're gonna burn with the bodies. That's what we're gonna use
Oh,
to
yeah.
light the bodies
That's
with.
fantastic. We got the forms.
They're-
All right. Well, the bodies are being taken care of. I'm assuming we're probably going to set fire to them.
I don't know what they're gonna
I
do,
wouldn't-
but I mean,
I wouldn't mention the bodies in the press release other than we have taken possession of them.
Okay, that's fine. Well, it sounds like you guys already got this squared away. What do you need me for? You should have left me asleep.
so that you can play the part of the scary assistant director with this doctor.
You get to
You're
be
here to
Agent
intimidate
Skinner,
him.
man. Come on.
Right.
Pretend like you're.
So you need me to make my serious face until it's like, we're going to tell him what
Yes.
we're telling the press. This is the story, and he is sticking to it.
Do you have a black suit and a nondescript face?
So the thing is, this character is like really unremarkable looking. Like he's just kind of vaguely sort of like decent looking, apart from the fact that he takes care of himself, which you can't tell because of how tired he is.
So you're
Yeah.
Men in Black.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can buy
yeah.
that.
His
It's-
the circles
you
under
dress
his
up
eyes are probably
nice.
darker
Yeah.
than mine are right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. So whatever. Let's just get this over with. So I going in there with Peyton. I am going to sit down on the table across from the guy. I'm going to tell him pretty much exactly what we said. I said, "Look, here's
Yeah.
what's happening."
Perfect. 2 rolls.
Obviously,
Go ahead and roll a persuade as you're kind of bringing up that he can't tell anybody. And then also all 3 of you go ahead and make an alertness check.
That is a 16. I make that for the persuasion. What was the other one?
Alertness.
And that is
27 out of 70.
That is a 67 that I do not make.
Okay.
I failed. Bad.
all right.
72 out of 54.
All right. So first, he does seem genuinely like kind of shell shocked as you're explaining. Like this goes deep. This is a problem. He's tired. He's scared. He's cautiously going to be like, "Okay, I'll stay put." You're not. Are you arresting him, or are you just keeping him there for now?
He's being held for questioning.
He's being detained for questioning. He is not being
Okay.
arrested as a suspect.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm actually going to tell him that reassured. And it's like, listen, we're not looking out for just you guys in this town. We're looking out for us. We're looking out for everybody. It's our jobs. You
Okay.
understand?
Yeah.
Don't tell
Yeah.
All right?
Sounds good.
You are not
Yeah.
being held as a suspect. We could do that. It would make all of our lives a lot easier.
Okay.
We're not going to do that. You
Okay.
understand?
Yes, sir.
Clear as mud.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And he seems like genuinely like he will keep quiet.
Yeah.
Agent
Damn
Peyton.
right.
Yeah. You notice that he's fiddling with kind of his shirt pocket a little bit as he's doing this.
Doctor, what do you got in your pocket?
Nothing.
I'm actually just gonna
Yeah,
reach
please.
over and
Yeah. You come out with a vial that has some of the kind of grayish flesh kind of suspended in it.
I'm gonna look at him and say, "Do you know what this is?"
I was trying to find out. I'm sorry. I thought I was.
Did you? How much exposure did you have to this substance?
What do you mean exposure? I
We need to
followed
get
the
this
things.
somewhere safe. We need to get this somewhere safe. Like,
Oh,
No,
do we
it's.
need to take him in for
I followed all the
decontamination?
protocol. It's in a test. Like it's in a stopper tube. It's fine.
we need to take him for
that's not
decon-
enough.
Do we
This
need
is
Not
to-
enough. Yeah. Now he's starting to panic again. This guy's having a roller coaster of a night.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, I'm not under arrest. Things are fine.
Well,
Oh
this
no,
needs
they
to
pulled
be
out the
fucking
evidence that I managed to hide from
contained.
Charles because I wanted to look into it, maybe. And now they're telling me the whole thing's contaminated. Yeah, now he's freaking out.
You must understand there's a reason we are asking you not to talk about this. How are we going to handle this? We
It's
don't
not.
have-
It's fine. It's not. There's no bad. What are you talking about? It's not. There's no contagion. There's no. Like he's looked into it enough that he's making cases. It's like the chemical compounds. It's like organic. It's fine. You can like I wouldn't like lick it or anything, but it's not. It won't spread through the air or anything.
What kind of test did you?
I mean the basic chemical analysis.
Full spectrology.
I mean, he rattles off some things that people smarter than I would know about.
Right.
Basic tests. He seems to know that it is organic to some degree and can identify the chemicals, as well as going like, no, it won't just spread spontaneously.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna look at him and look slightly disappointed. I'm actually gonna look at him like he's an idiot.
Oh,
And
I'll
I'm
have
gonna
you
be
know.
like, Peyton, how bad is it?
I don't know. It's pretty bad.
And
That's
From the
pretty
pretty-
thorough.
yeah,
That's pretty thorough.
yeah, that's pretty bad. Is a
Pretty
great,
thorough.
a great spot to. Do we want to take a short break?
Oh
in
wow.
here.
Yeah, it's break time already.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow. Holy cow. Time flies when you're having fun.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah, what do you think? 10 minutes? Quick break. We'll be back. We'll be back in about 10, folks. So hang in there. We'll be right back. Enjoy this break. And we're back. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, everybody. While we took a little break, refilled our snack bowls, which are already empty, and our water bottles, because Chaotic has been making us drink and hydrate all night. Thank you so much for the hydrates. So, I think in the essence of time, we're just going to jump right back into this.
Awesome. So yeah, we were kind of talking over break. Yeah, let's resolve the body situation first.
All right, so Joshua's driving or the professor's driving. I don't know. It's
I think
probably
I'll
better for the
drive.
professor
It's
to drive.
probably better for me to drive.
And Joshua will say, Professor, there's still a lot of loose ends with this, and we can't guarantee that animals won't drag the remaining parts into town. Just
Yeah, what if somebody
we
sees
do
the
this?
firelight,
How about we do this? We clean these bodies really, really, really good. Like, super good. Bring them back to the morgue. Tell them we finished the investigation.
That's a good idea. I wonder if there's one of those like drive-in like car washes, like help yourself car wash places. They've got that Wheelbright that cleans aluminum. It'll clean all the brake dust and everything off your aluminum. I bet that would clean this stuff off of a body really well.
Yeah,
And probably start breaking it down because it's kind of acidic. It's like a diluted muriatic acid.
I will say, if you take it through a car wash, you may lose that plus 20 in terms of quality. It may be a little obvious it was tampered with, more so than having it be out of freezer for a few hours too. There is a bit of a ticking clock.
Yeah, why don't we just stop at the turn around, and then we stop at the 24-hour Wally World or whatever they call it in Delta Green, and actually just go to the pharmacy area and buy the chemicals we need and just do it right.
Yeah, you guys would probably know enough of what to buy and what to do.
We could do that too.
Yeah, kind of, again, in the interest of time, where are you doing this? Just so I understand it.
I think we're talking as we're driving, like he's driving and Joshua's just in the back. And he goes, he has that Kramer moment,
So where do we want to do this? Where are we going to wash these bodies off though, where people aren't going to see us? Like, are you thinking of just making a bath inside the body bag and then unzipping it and let it pour out the back of the van or something?
We can always come back out here and do it to where nobody's watching.
There's no water source out here. You have to have something to rinse them down with, or there'll be chemical residue on the body. That's why I was suggesting like one of those little self-serve car washes where you get some tarps and hang it up on one end, block the van off on the other end, just get in the back and hose it out. If somebody sees blood or something, we'll say we were cleaning a deer. We hit a deer on the way in or something. And we put the tarp up so people... Yeah. What do you think?
I don't like the idea of people...
Wait, there's nobody in the morgue. Let's just take them back to the morgue and do it there. They have wash basins and all the chemicals. There's nobody at the morgue. I had that gas station coffee, buddy.
Massive headache out of nowhere. Although, to be fair, that is probably the best answer for a place to do this.
I just had that gas station coffee and it just kicked in. What am I thinking? We have the whole morgue to ourselves.
This is why you sleep instead of just being like, we got to take care of this right this second.
Well, yeah. I'm doing what my
Benny
character
Hill
would
music
do.
starts playing as you head back to the hospital.
The worst Delta Green agents ever.
Not yet, but
Not yet, but... Oh.
So, does that kind of sound like the plan? Is you're gonna take them back to the hospital? And okay. So we will cut over to Agent Kristen as the other group is taking the hour drive out and then starting their cleanse. Agent Kristen, what are you letting the detective in charge know? What do you want her to talk to the people about?
Well, I'm going to... All right. Who ran off in the woods first? Okay, so I'm going to talk to Anthony and make sure that I got what they told the police last night correct.
Yeah, so Brian doesn't remember what the exact verbiage was because that was a while back. But you know, in the interest of good faith, I'm going to assume that I tell her that the same thing.
Yeah. Right. Yep. Some guy, you didn't get a good look at him, ran off into the woods. Maybe some sort of generic outfit that could be anybody, right?
Might have been a
New York
jumpsuit.
Knicks outfit or something. I don't know. Not outfit, but windbreaker. He was
Yeah.
dressed
I
like a
remember-
baseball player.
I remember there was talk about getting a helicopter. Did that happen or not?
I don't think it
No.
did.
But
Okay.
it might
Nope,
might
they didn't
become
have one.
it might start happening.
Okay, so the other thing we still have to deal with, you know, the thing. Which way did it go off? Did anybody happen to see that?
Not there.
It basically
No.
retreated north but up. It
Right.
could be
North,
anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it flew away.
Not helpful at all. No pattern of the victims that we've been able to establish, so we have no idea where it's going to hit next. I got nothing.
I'm just going to,
Is there a chemical
aside
poison?
from the details there, you know, make a profile up that it is likely somebody who lives in the neighborhood, or not neighborhood, but town, is
Yep.
moving in the general area of the school and outwards. You know,
Okay.
stuff that the police already knew.
But formatted, yeah, in kind of like a, this is what we'll tell people. You think that will definitely kind of lock down the town. That is almost for certain the way out of it, but there may not be a way around that.
I don't
I'll
see a
throw some
problem.
Freud in there too.
Yeah, and Detective Gregson is like stirring her coffee and just listening to this, and you can see that kind of like sleep glazed look as she's like, "Okay, I think I got the Cliff Notes version of it." Okay, we're gonna be starting patrols of the area. This description is kind of, I'm sorry, it's not very helpful. We're gonna get everybody we can on the street. I'm gonna see if we can get somebody looking from the sky about this, but
Oh, one other thing, and I don't remember this from before.
Hmm.
I vaguely remember that I wanted to look in at factories that were around here,
okay, yeah.
and so
You'd probably have time in the day. I don't think you've had a chance yet, but yeah.
Well,
Would
I'm
you
gonna-
tell her about that, or?
yeah, that's what I was going to factor that into the report.
Oh, okay. And she's kind of looking through it. Is this in regards to the like the gunk that was on the bodies?
Yes.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
don't recommend touching the gunk.
What?
We don't recommend touching the gunk.
Oh, right.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I'll make a note of that. I'll mention that in the thing.
It could potentially be toxic.
Oh my god. Okay, great. Yeah, I'll give a talk. Somebody in town is killing people and leaving behind traces of possibly toxic gunk after they rip their heads off. Oh
We
jeez.
suspect that the mechanical action may be chemically assisted.
They kind of like use and she kind of shakes and at the
It's
thought
an
of
uncomfortable thought. You have my
yeah,
sympathy.
yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah, I'll go and tell people we're gonna start going throughout the day. I'll probably have another one tonight. And if you find something let us know if we find something. You'll hear about it. Good Lord, you'll hear about it. But we'll get all our force on high alert. And
Sounds
unless
good.
there's anything else, yep. She thanks you and kind of heads out to start getting ready for get the podium out, stand behind it, talk to the crowds.
As you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we're kind of walking away, I'm just like, what the fuck? Did our employers expect?
I think they expected some competence, which apparently our group just does not have. And on that note, I think we'll go back to the hotel and take a.
I could use a nap.
My primary dealings are with computers and bureaucrats. Yeah, let's just throw this guy at some supernatural horse. It's a great idea. Fucking perfect. What could possibly go?
Apparently everything. And then once we've had our naps, I want to go and talk to Lauren Harrogate's mother, okay? Because regardless of all this, like, oh, we gotta cover up all this shit, the fact of the matter is this thing is still out there and it is still gonna keep killing people, and it's not gonna matter if we clean all this evidence up if this thing is still out here killing people. Because then we're just gonna have to come out here again and do it again. So I'm gonna take a nap. And then we'll figure out what we're doing next.
I don't think her mother can talk at this point.
Good luck. But I'll be happy to join you in the nap because fuck being awake right now.
All right, so 3 of you are headed back. What kind of are you setting an alarm? Are you just zonking out to see how long you zonk out? What's the plan? Because it's about 7 is where we are in the timeline of all this. You're running around doing all this.
I'll settle. Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Okay. Agents that went back to the morgue, you are able to gurney these bodies back in. Go ahead and roll forensics as you do your cleaning job.
It was both to roll or just one of us?
Nope, just one.
Okay.
With a plus 20.
A plus 22 the skill?
Correct. Yep, to the percent you need to get under.
Okay, got it.
Yep, you got it.
Oh, and it's 2 6s, so
that's perfect. Yes, that is a critical, which is very good because you are able to get it back. You think that the time out of cold storage has not been too damaging to the bodies. You clean it, and you're pretty confident, having done that not only did you do it quickly, but you did it well, which is shocking considering how tired you are. But aside from missing their heads, you think you got most of the gunk out of there. And you probably have some sort of container for them at this point. One of those kidney donor Whatchums that's just, I won't say filled because there's not that much, but you've got a petri dish worth of just bits.
Okay.
And now it's time for a nap.
Yes.
So you head back to the hotel, get there about 8. You also taking a 4-hour nap?
Yep, just walk in and fall straight across the bed.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a d4, everybody. Let's say it's you kind of.
There we go.
3.
4.
Right.
A 1.
Sweet. Get that much willpower back.
That's 3.
No.
So I'm still down 1.
I think I'm playing a little fast and loose. It probably only gets you 1 back, but let's we're not going to be too nasty tonight on that because you've got a big day ahead of you. As you wake up, and I don't know who the first person out of the hotel is, but you are seeing on the street, you can see a police car go by as the person's, looking out the windows. The Phenomenex van is nowhere to be seen. It has left the lot.
Good.
You get the impression that the town is going on high alert.
You know, I can't help. I can't help but not think. I still have a bit of suspicion that Phenomenex is involved in this somehow.
Based on what?
They're always at the scene. We watch the videos. I saw that while they were not competent, they were actually using legitimate occult rituals.
What do you think? They like botched it up or something?
And the thing came and attacked us in our hotel room. Like it knew us. Like either they're connected to it somehow or someone else is. Maybe someone has kind of a grudge against the people who killed, assuming I don't think we found a connection between them.
No, I think
someone just summoned this thing and lost control of it. Or they still have control of it.
We didn't check that out. Did she go to school with them?
No, they would have been completely, like, the age-wise, it would have been completely different.
Okay.
I just feel like
I just
kind of feel like it's Phenomenex, or they're at least connected to it more than they're leading on.
They are definitely the first people to show up there.
Hey,
well, that's the only leads we have. I don't see any. Does anybody have any better options?
I got an idea.
What you got?
Oh God!
Does it involve beating the shit out of this Phenomenex fucks?
Maybe. Don't we have their like social media? Isn't somebody watching their social media? Anthony? Didn't you say you like could get their social media, right? I mean, so why don't we? What do you call it? Tag them in social media with some kind of picture, some blurry thing at a location. It's like just saw this at such and such, and see if they show up, and see if they're disappointed. Like we can hide out and see if they show up. See if they're actually chasing it.
So you're going online and you're actually looking for these two, it sounds like.
Yeah,
Professor, you pop it open. It's not difficult to find them. You know the website, you know their names. You actually see they have a short stream like that showed up this morning. It looks like it was about 10 o'clock. And it's them walking through a school hall, and they're talking to the camera. They're kind of doing like so one of the victims of this mishap. Then, what did she see that was too much? What did she know? We're gonna go deeper and see. And they actually they're following what looks like a janitor. He actually opens up the school library for them. And they're wandering around, and they kind of are like looking around the spot. They see something on the board, and the woman leans over to the man of Phenomenex and just kind of whispers something to him, and his eyes go big of like, yeah. We'll be back with you later, followers. I think we've just had a breakthrough that's gonna blow this wide open.
Fuck, I hate.
Why are they always like a step ahead of us?
Right. I hate that you were right about this. I'm pointing at
Charles. Yeah.
Joshua. Charles or Joshua?
Both of them. Joshua, actually. It's like, oh my God.
So, yeah.
I'll eat my fucking shoe.
Well, how about we just go to the school and see what it is that they're seeing?
How much you want to bet we go there and find a dead janitor?
Oh, that was 2 hours ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we? Yeah, let's not. Never mind. Yeah. we should
How
go.
far?
Yeah, how far is the school?
It's
driving?
not far, it's just in town.
If I'm not driving, I want to look at Phenomenex's followers and see if any of our victims appear as their followers, and then maybe check and see, like, if there's any, like, in the comment sections of their videos and stuff. See if any of these people have made comments on their videos. Like maybe they were like, "You guys are so fake," fuck, blah blah blah, just some shit like that.
I would have you roll, but you'll spend some time maybe in the car as you're going places. You're not.
I'll drive for you.
You're not finding. Yeah, you're not finding anything that would link them. The only one that really would be kind of in the age range would have been Lauren, and doesn't seem like she cared about that kind of thing at all. But are you heading to the school? It sounds like that's what Peyton was planning. Is everybody going along?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless you want to put one of those plants to the north, but
well, the good thing is we have extra eyes out there now. Police officers are looking there, call us if they see anything. It's also a bad thing because if they see anything, then we have to deal with that.
I'll be doing research on that, but I will go to the school. I do want to look for plants that have chemicals and cranes.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and do a search or a comp sci on that. I can tell you now, you're not finding anything that is necessarily like tying back to this chemical that you found. But if you succeed, you would have like a list of places that you might be able to use for other things.
29 out of 52.
Okay. Yeah, you can find there are actually some areas around here that might traffic in that kind of material. And then, yeah, you can kind of cross-reference that of who's big enough to have construction stuff. So you've got a few names. We can make them up, but yeah, you have a few names of stuff. Nothing, though, that makes you go like, yes, this is what's happening.
Right. But I am going to, like, ship that off to Gregson, just so it looks like I am still looking in that direction.
Okay. Yeah. And she'll kind of do the thumbs up emoji on it, like, yes, I've acknowledged, appreciated. I'll send some officers out to kind of look around that area. And the group arrives at the high school. You can see it is closed for the day.
What day of the week is
basically is closed. I don't remember. Let's say it would have been a school day, but for some reason, with a serial killer on the loose, most of the school has it's been shut down. You can just see there's a janitor kind of mopping the floor inside.
Oh, we have the pictures of the Phenomenex people in our phones, I'm sure, for easy recognition, right? I'll walk up to.
You could even go to their page.
Yeah, I'll walk up to Mr. or Mrs. Janitor person, and
it's a younger. Actually, we'll say it's a younger individual that's kind of bopping to some music as they're pushing their mop around.
Okay, excuse me.
Yeah. What's up?
Flash my FBI credentials. Have you seen these two individuals?
Yeah, they came by earlier this morning.
School's closed. Do you know how they got in? Why they are here?
Oh yeah, I let them in. They said they were with the press or something.
Yeah, did you show them anything? Did you escort them around anywhere? Can you follow?
I showed them the library, then they ran off.
Can you show us what you saw, please?
Okay, sure. And he kind of puts them up in the bucket, walks you up to the school library, opens the door, and you can see Mrs. Hatvin or Ms. Hatvin would have had a desk there. Behind it, there is a chalkboard. You can see it's a smaller school library. It's got some tables and obviously the shelves of books in there. And he just kind of points back towards her area, like, I don't know. They looked at something on the board, and I don't know what to tell you.
Did they say anything?
I don't. They were talking about cracking the case wide open. I don't know beyond that.
Did they say anything specifically to you, however?
No.
I'm gonna just let you know that this is an ongoing federal investigation, and if you
Oh shit.
if you lie to us during this time, you could be arrested for perjury. So if they told you anything, I really would encourage you to share that with us at this time.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't tell me anything though.
Thank you for your time. I think you're good. You can let us be now if you don't mind.
Okay. Just let me know when you head out. I gotta lock up the place.
Oh, we will do. Thank you.
I think I might need a little bit of clarification. What were they looking at that struck their?
They were looking at the chalkboard that's kind of behind her desk.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to go look at next.
Yeah, that's what I want to look at.
Yeah. Go ahead and everybody give me a search roll as they're just looking at this.
Thought you were gonna say
you're
sanity.
gonna get it. It just we'll see how much time does it take because that may affect things.
I failed.
I failed too.
70.
91 out of 52. Ooh.
I got a 27. So
I got a 20.
Wait, what? Are we
Oh,
rolling?
see nothing.
Go ahead and roll search.
Search.
Oh, okay.
I got 20 out of 40. So.
Okay. So,
Oh yeah, that's a 98. That's a fail.
All right, so Joshua and Charles, you've been driving around. Maybe you huffed some real good brain boosting juice
All
while
that
you're
gas
in the morgue.
driving around.
Yeah. Everyone's kind of looking through this somewhat busy board, and they hit a name. And it takes a moment, and you realize that there is a discipline record for a Thomas Dangler.
What a name.
And you get that sudden thought in the back of your head. She was... Yeah, go ahead.
Wasn't she texting that kid? Or calling him or something? Or... That name was in Lauren's phone.
Yeah, we'll say calling. I think I said text, but there wasn't a record, so that doesn't make any sense. They called. There were call logs.
Yep.
What do you want to bet this Dingler kid had a dentist appointment not so long ago?
You think?
Uh-huh.
So wait a minute. Now hold on. Let's back up for a minute because we might be able to get these two phenomenal knuckleheads off the streets as well and get them out of our hair. Because if they put that together, then they knew something, which means they are withholding information. So if this pans out, then Joshua, you might be right.
hey, can I use computer science to go through the computers or Signet if I have to hack it, whatever?
Yeah.
What's your comp sci?
It is 50.
I got a 60 in that if you want better odds.
All right. See if we can see what books this dude has checked out in the library. If there's like a history of checking.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can.
Your decimal system has played right into my plans.
Yeah, go ahead and just roll a comp site to basically get into the computer. It's not hard once you're in. You just got to get in.
That's 31. I got it.
All right. Looking into it, you actually find that he has checked out a number of books about ancient Peruvian people and their archaeology, history, and mythology.
Any of them still out? Or are they?
Yes, they are all still out. This was somewhat recent that he got these.
I will look important over their shoulder and recommend we look at his attendance record as well lately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Attendance records. Yep, you're taking time. You're going through these. You're finding his attendance records. It looks like he was pretty much perfect. But there are a few things in the last month where he actually was late to school from sleeping in that are noted. And again, a discipline record. It sounds like he was just talking too loud in homeroom, and Ms. Hatvin made him stay after school.
Hmm.
Why don't we just go talk to this kid?
So we gotta have information. We can't just roll up. I know you're all like, jump out here guns a-blazing, Agent Peyton, but we gotta have
We're
information.
asking questions about the serial killer, his friend that he was talking to on the phone the day she died.
Was he
Okay.
in school the day? Was he late that day? On the day that she passed away? When she was killed?
When she disappeared, they actually had
Disappeared?
canceled school the next day.
But was he late the day she disappeared?
No,
Oh,
he was not.
shucks.
But she disappeared at night, and they had canceled the next day.
Oh, okay.
Can I make either anthropology or occult to
Sure.
see if I can put any connection to Peruvian mythology?
Yeah, go ahead
things
and
that really
go ahead and roll up one of those. You're probably not going to get the most just because you're at a school library with the only books about it are out. But you might remember something.
Yeah, because I like religions and stuff. It's kind of my thing. So
Yeah.
10. Oh, 1.
10.
1.
A 1.
1. Yep. 0, 0, and 1.
Yeah, so you won't have the specific names mostly because I'd have to reread them all again. But you're thinking Peruvian now. You remember that there are myths, stories, whatever. No one obviously believes them, but that the ancient people of Peru actually used flying beasts to construct some of their buildings. Was some of the mythology is that these warrior shaman would actually sacrifice people to these beasts, and then they would be able to control them to build or construct monuments to do their bidding.
All right. I'll let the gang. I'll say, wait a minute. Tell them that and then say, I mean, is it a coincidence here controlling things to get things to do what you want them to do?
What were we don't know what the calls actually said.
Correct.
Let's just go talk to the kid. I mean,
I think it's a good idea, Peyton. Let's
have
go.
good rank. Yeah. Wow.
I
would be surprised if the police hadn't already spoke to him.
They didn't have
Well,
the phone, though. We found the phone in the house.
Oh, that's true. That makes
And
sense.
And at this rate, those Phenomenex assholes are probably already there anyway.
Yes. And in the car, I want to check to see, do the same thing I did last time, but to see if, God, what's his name? Dangler?
Yeah.
If Dangler is a follower of their social media, and if he's made comments in their comment section.
Yes, actually. That's pretty easy to do. It seems like what's your human at? There.
It's like 80.
Oh, it's 80? I won't have you roll then. It sure looks like Thomas was pining pretty hard after Lauren.
I'll show them. Well, look what we have here.
Yeah, maybe like a post or two that it's like, oh, you're so pretty, like a cheerleading picture or something where you're like, oh yeah, this kid's like really feeling it. So you guys are driving straight to the Dangler's household. I'll kind of include that in the school stuff, is they would have the address. You would be able to get that pretty quickly. And Peyton, you are 110% correct. You could easily find their place of residence because the Phenomenex van is parked outside and is empty.
Is it parked legally, or is it parked the
Yeah.
wrong way on traffic?
Yeah,
Or
no, it's
in
parked
front of a
legally.
fire hydrant or anything like? I want to tow this fucking van so bad.
You know what? Go ahead and roll a luck. Go ahead and roll a luck on that. We'll see.
71. No,
Yeah,
Anthony,
no,
you should
the
just
man, they
hotwire
parked
us
so
through.
good.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Damn it!
You've never seen a parking job so perfect.
These kids.
Well, it wasn't critical failure. I mean, it's at a little bit of an angle.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see that they are parked outside the house and are nowhere to be seen.
It's all you, Peyton.
All
This is
right.
your idea.
All right, let's first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at Anthony. Still got that sample, right? Just making sure.
Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah.
All right, and then
Um,
I'm gonna walk to the door.
All right. So, Agent Peyton, you're walking. It is still drizzling. There's gray skies above as you walk up to this 2-story residence. It's got a little porch out front with a swing on it. It looks, boy, residential, like middle class right there. Knock on the door, and you do see it. It only opens a little bit, and a woman kind of just looks out. Yes, can I help you?
I'm gonna flash my badge real quick. And I'm gonna say I'm Special Agent Smith with the FBI. We're here investigating the deaths of the local residents in the area, specifically Lauren Hargate, and we believe that the day that she died, she had some contact with your son. So we would like to speak with him about what he talked to her that day in case there might be some sort of clue as to what happened to the poor girl.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Please, come inside. Do you have any news about the serial killer?
As of right now, they are looking for him or her actively. We don't have any information that we can divulge to the public past that at this time.
Yeah, I'll go talk with Tommy. He slept in today. Then his friends showed up.
His
I
friends,
guess
huh?
make yourself make yourself at home. And she, yeah.
Wait, so before you go, these Phenomenex, this van that's sitting out here, these are his friends?
They said they were.
Okay, have you seen them before?
I don't know all of Tommy's friends.
Damn it, Tommy.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, is it possible? Like, I didn't want to go to the door. I kind of wanted to hang back. And,
At the moment, everybody but Peyton is hanging back.
well, what I wanted to do
Awesome.
is I want to see if I can get into like the back of their van, like once
Okay.
they're distracted, you know.
Okay. Is anybody
I'm
else
trying to
going
be
into the
covert.
building? Yes. Perfect.
I'm gonna go around back and watch
Okay.
the back door in case
Okay.
anybody decides to bolt, because we know these Phenomenex fools like to run off.
I would've
Agent
asked
Kristen.
this one.
Yeah.
I'll go
Okay.
within.
Okay. And Agent Anthony. Uh-oh. Not frozen, right?
Is he frozen?
No, he's blinking. Agent Anthony's asleep in the car.
Brian!
Brian,
Brian!
come back to
Brian.
us, Brian.
Sorry, I just fucking zoned for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
That's everybody make a sand check as Agent Anthony comes to in the van. I mean, everybody's tired.
Yeah,
We can't. The rain's lulling you to sleep. So Agent Peyton and Agent Kristen have gone inside the Dangler household. Sounds like Agent Charles is going around back, and Agent Joshua is preparing to break into a very nicely parked
Van.
van.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill it and keep watch.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think I can really help y'all with any of that.
Right. We will begin with the two inside. As she gestures, I'll go get Tommy for you. Feel free to sit down at the table. I have some leftovers from lunch that you can have. One moment, and she starts to head upstairs. You don't need a notice roll. You are seeing the interior of this house. Is decorated Better Homes and Garden style. Nothing too particularly interesting, except that above the fireplace there appears to be some Aztecian, Incan. You're not quite sure. Since Joshua is talking about Peru, probably some kind of Peruvian knickknackery, like a bowl or two and a little figurine, that sort of thing. And Tommy,
I don't think we should sit down. I say
I'm not-
to.
Yeah, I'm not planning on it.
I'm actually kind of making sure my gun is accessible right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So the two inside, and let's see. Go ahead and of the people that are there, Agent Charles, go ahead and give an alertness check. The two inside, you're going to hear this just fine.
Nope, I hear nothing. Don't even hear the birds. 99.
All right, yeah, the rain's kind of hitting the edge of the building. You're maybe standing under a tree a little bit out of the way.
Like this.
Yeah. The two inside, you start hearing as you kind of hear the murmur of conversation. And then a couple voices you recognize start saying something along the lines of, "Oh shit, they're here for you, Tommy! We gotta get out of here! Come on, they're coming for you!" And kind of a panicked response from the mother of like, No, you can't take Tommy! What are you talking about? Yeah, things are going, getting heated upstairs. What are the two of you doing?
I'm gonna cover the door so they can't make a break for it. Hopefully our companions are keeping watch in case they try to do something stupid like jump out a window.
All right. The two agents that are actually all three that are outside. Joshua, you're going to the back of the car. You're getting ready to break in. Go ahead and all three of you give me an alertness check.
Oh yeah, 16 this time.
Okay.
I've those pesky mosquitoes are gone from my face.
I don't see shit.
Yep. All right. So maybe it's actually coming from kind of behind the car. So we've got the house, the car, and then
I got an 11. My mic was
okay.
turned off. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. So you're kind of hopping into the car. Agent Charles out the back, you see it too. Against the cloudy sky, you see a break in the clouds, and something is getting bigger and bigger, and it's moving fast. What do you two do?
I'll yell out, "It's coming!"
All right, yeah. And Charles?
Oh, shit.
Guys, I'm just gonna point. I'm gonna definitely look and see if anybody's coming out of the house, though.
Yeah, go ahead
actually,
and do a search if you wanna kind of see.
If I'm
You're
looking
kinda
up in the
back of
clouds, and I'm
house.
like, I'm gonna kind of look around and see are there any more of these coming out of the sky and out of the house? 26 out of 40.
Okay. So good news first. You're not seeing any extras of them coming.
Well, that's good.
You are seeing that there appears to be some sort of, not quite a tussle, but like a lot of movement in the bedroom. One of the bedrooms that you can see. You can see some shapes that are moving, and maybe against the rain you could hear a little bit. The two of you inside, go ahead and make a dodge roll. as
Nope.
nope. Both of you take a D4 of damage as the front half of the house gets crushed as this strange crustacean beast comes wailing through the air. This pulsing head and almost vein-like wings just slams into the side of the building and crushes through it. Downstairs, you're thrown across, like bits of debris are hitting you left and right.
I should point out that my failure was a 44.
Take 4 damage then. Yep, take the max as you're thrown around back inside the house. And we are going into Dex order at this point. Joshua, you will be the first. You see this thing, and it's not exactly the light of day. It's raining. It's dark clouds. But you're getting a really good look. So the first thing is go ahead and roll a sanity check.
Probably failed it. Let's see. Yes, I failed it.
Roll a d6 if you would be so kind.
2.
A 2. All right. Yeah, you don't lose, like, you don't go temporarily insane. You could offset that to a bond if you want. But hey, you probably don't have the willpower for it. So you just lose 2 sanity as you're looking at this horrible creature that is buried in the house that looks like it's dragging its front feet into the upstairs.
But this is not the thing that we saw before.
Oh, this is the thing you saw
It is?
before.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
remember frustration. All right. Well, he is going to freak a little bit. I don't know if he actually got into the van or not, but
Not quite. You were getting ready to, and it showed up.
all right. Well, oh shit. Go back to the car. Get the shotgun.
All right. Click. Anthony, what do you do? Uh-oh. So he's sitting there eating sunflowers. Agent Anthony, Brian, yeah, chewing on some sunflowers. Like, wow, that's something you don't see every day.
Yeah, sorry, I
You-
had a very full mouth at the time.
That was really good timing on my part. Go ahead and roll sanity first, and then
I already did, and I failed,
perfect.
and I rolled a 3.
Perfect. You're great.
Yep.
All right. What do you do?
So it just crashed into the house.
It sure did.
I'm gonna look and see if Peyton may have left a gun in there because I ain't got one.
Peyton, did you leave the gun in the car?
Peyton, did you leave a gun?
No. I'm gonna assume no.
Yeah. I've got that combat knife, and I'm just like, oh god. Well,
I'm in the trunk of the car digging through it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Joshua's digging through the trunk. Do you have spare
you're lucky
weapons
there'll be
there?
a firearm
Yeah.
back there.
I had my shotgun. I've got a pistol. If he doesn't have.
Oh, I ain't good with guns, but it's better than. I got like a 40.
If I can do it in this round, I'll give him the gun. If not, I'll wait till the next turn.
I'm just gonna
Or
look back.
I'll hold it out. I'll hold it out, and I'll say here, and then he can.
I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna be like, "Did you see that?" And then you're just gonna be like, "Here."
Right on.
And yeah, the two of you, you're like, here, and the gun gets passed over. And from the house, the two agents downstairs, you can hear up the stairwell this horrible sound. And the agents outside, go ahead and make a sanity roll again. As the body of Eloise Dangler crashes into the side of the SUV as this thing just hurls it over its shoulder.
I'm
I
good.
did make that one.
25.
Yeah, I
Okay.
made that.
33.
Made that.
Then you're both like All right.
Oh, I'm still reacting to it, but it's like, oh, geez.
Who's up next? I'm sorry, I moved off. Peyton, you were downstairs and you hear that sickening crunch. What do you do?
All right. So, yeah, I got kind of
sorry. Do roll sanity though. Do roll sanity.
Yes. All right. So that is a pass at 838.
Take one.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. That one's a real nasty.
All right. So, yeah, at this point, I am going to run up the stairs. I got hit pretty bad. I took 4 points of damage, but I'm gonna run up the stairs and try to see what's going on up there.
Yeah, and the stairs are still accessible, but once you hit the top of the landing, you're this is where that sanity roll is really hitting in. Is you can see these tearing like crab type claws. There's like little ones underneath, and then the big ones that have pulled off the woman you were just talking to head and have stuck it into one of these kind of mouths that's doing this. And you can hear her breathing deeply as it's scrabbling in further. The Phenomen X kids are screaming. You hear a teenager voice, a boy that you assume is Tommy, is screaming. And this thing is just burrowing its way into the bedroom. What do you do?
I'm gonna head towards where I hear the screaming.
All right. Yeah. I'd say you can probably kind of get off to the side. It didn't try and go through a door, so yeah, you knock open the bedroom door, and you can see there is a boy surrounded by the two Phenomen X kids, all staring at this thing and like backing up against the back window.
Okay.
All right. Agent Kristen, also please roll sanity.
Woohoo! A 6.
That's good. Take one. And then what would you like to do?
I'm going to follow Peyton up.
All right. Yes, you see the same thing as these terrified kids backed into a corner. And we will go to Charles. You kind of you were in the back end of this. You're kind of under a tree. You're seeing little bits of shrapnel rain down around you. Go ahead and roll your sanity there, Charles. Charles.
Oh, good. I made it. 51 out of 58.
You are lucky that you did not suffer the violent attack, so you are clear to go. What are you doing?
Guess I'm kind of torn. I want to run in, but I want to stay out here in case they need to jump. So I'm kind of torn. I look over at the van or the car, and I see those guys have got that weapons out.
You see the body of
the body
woman crash against the side of the car and wipe down. Go ahead and roll sanity as you're looking
for that.
Yeah, as you're. Since you're looking.
16.
Yeah, then you're fine.
Oh yeah, just another day in Long Island. And they're on the second story. I'm kind of stuck. I'm gonna draw my weapon and pat my vest and like, okay, I'm good. Got my gun. Got my vest. I'm good.
That is a good question. Is everybody wearing a vest?
Yes.
Yes.
I have. It's been on my character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on mine too.
Makes sense. Okay.
I'm actually going to say no.
Okay.
Because I rolled out of bed expecting an interrogation, not a conflict with a Lovecraftian nightmare.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking naked as the day I was born.
Oh
wow. That's bold.
I'm wearing a shirt.
Well, I did.
Let's get him.
I did warn everybody that we're going up against like Peruvian monsters that are being controlled by something.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, I didn't have time to go back
They-
to Zelda.
They respect you more if you're naked. If they see your junk flapping
Oh.
about, that's when they're like, "Yeah, I respect you."
I know what I'm gonna. I know what I'll do. I know what I'll
Rock
do.
Samson.
All right, Charles. Before then, Joshua, what are you doing?
I'm gonna yell to the creature. Hey, you oversized mud bug, come pick on me. Leave the kid alone. I'm just gonna yell out, see if there's any reaction from this creature, which I doubt. But hey,
There is no reaction to the
It's that,
creature.
you
I'm
know.
sorry.
that movie scene, you know.
Yeah. As you're hearing this tearing, screaming, and ripping noise from upstairs. Yeah.
Leave the kid alone. Come pick on somebody your own size.
All right. Well, we'll jump back to Joshua as it ignores Agent Charles, I'm afraid.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Can I actually? I can't actually see what's going on there, can I?
Oh, no, you can. You can see this thing
Okay.
is like pushing its way through the house. You can see these tendril wings kind of coming out along the side as it's just burying itself deeper and deeper. The head is actually kind of out a little bit and just doing that inflating, deflating thing. If it wasn't for all the other noise, you could probably hear it breathe. But yeah,
I don't know who all can hear me, but I'll say, I'll start going towards the house and I'll say, if they did summon it and somehow lost control over it, I don't know. Maybe we can find those books, and I'll run in.
all right.
Like, and it's not like superheroic. He is scared shitless. So he's like, we got to get those books, or maybe kill Dangler. I don't know.
Yeah, so you're shouting this as you bust through the front door that's pretty much off its hinges at this point already from where this thing impacted. And yeah, you can kind of see its butts in the living room and its upper parts upstairs, and it's just digging away.
And like he is white as a ghost, and he's probably got a little bit of shake to him, and he's like,
yeah. Anthony, what are you doing?
I'm guessing I'm kind of behind Joshua because I don't have a vest. And I can see the lower half of it. Is the lower half of it moving?
Yes, it also has little things that are kind of ineffectually trying to gain purchase on the air. Or just
Yeah,
kind
so
of
it's just kind of
chittering.
flailing.
Yeah. It's pulling itself forward mostly by its hands and also its veiny vein wings that are floating behind it. It's almost like this thing is swimming. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to shoot it.
All right, please do.
shoot in the butt.
Something I'm surprised that nobody else has done yet. That's a 28. That's a success.
All right. And go ahead and roll damage.
Remind me what gun damage is.
What kind of gun you got? Just a pistol, you said?
Pistol,
It
yeah.
was
1d10,
medium
medium.
pistol, 1d10 is what
There
I
you
was
go.
carrying.
All right, it's a 6.
All right. Yeah, you take a shot, and this kind of buries itself under one of these arms, and you do see like a little splurt of gore that falls out of this,
Nice.
but it
Oh.
doesn't seem to be incredibly concerned. It does wheeze a little bit.
And the quip that old boy Gat's gonna be blasting is gonna be.
I did not hear the quip, but
Oh, I just screamed.
okay,
Oh.
yeah, that's a good quip.
I just went, "Ah!"
All right. The two agents upstairs.
Oh.
You see this thing as it's pulling itself forward. It gets one of these claws, kind of like bisects at the end, and you can see it grabs itself around the Bella from Phenomenex's head as he's screaming. He's like, Tommy, tell it not to. and then it just rips. And go ahead and do another dodge as it just kind of chucks the body at you two.
Didn't happen to a nicer fella.
That is the
Fail.
beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker tactic.
That is.
Yeah.
Fail.
Fail. Take another D4 as this body just gets whipped across the room at you. This thing is strong as hell.
Okay.
All right. And if you hit 2 or lower, let me know. But yep. Next up, you are now hearing slightly less screaming. Agent Peyton, what are you doing?
What did you do to summon this thing? I'm yelling at the Dingler kid.
I don't know. Is basically is I don't know what happens.
I don't know anybody else, but you cut out a couple times on that.
Yeah, oh, okay. He's
He's
basically
screaming.
screaming like, I don't know. And the girl next to him that's just saw her friend go is kind of freezing up. It must be something, Tommy. Think. But they're not. It doesn't seem like Tommy is putting 2 and 2 together in his head.
All right. If I still have time, I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, you got time.
Boy, how are we going to explain this one?
That is a pass.
Ooh.
The D10.
Don't know yet. I'm working on that outside right now.
It was a flying semi.
Airplane crash.
4.
4?
Squad
All right.
Looking off a light from Venus.
The meteor.
Yeah, and you kind of take a shot at this thing because you just got a pistol, right?
Yeah.
I got a shot.
And you managed to kind of get it actually in one of these heads. That rabbit head that what's there takes a slug in one of its eyes. Yeah, and it's just breathing in and out, and now it's almost whistling through this new bullet hole that you've put in it.
Through the rabbit head.
Through the rabbit head, yeah.
Nice. Nice.
On Dex 11, Thomas is fumbling under his coat, or under his sorry, not coat. He's inside. Under his t-shirt, you can see there's actually a lump there now that he's kind of like trying to get out. Agent Kristen, it is your turn.
All right. I noticed that all the heads that have been amalgamated into this thing, they're all breathing.
Mhm.
So I'm going to start shooting heads.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Good deal.
Oh, I know how it's a weather balloon.
A real angry one.
So 9 points
Holy cow.
Wow.
the mother's head.
Yeah, so that was the newest edition. And it's, that pretty much just blows it away with that kind of shot. And this thing just kind of exhales loudly, and just the spine flies off across the room and hits the wall. It does not look happy about that. You can see it's actually bleeding some more of that like grayish material out of it. In the backyard, Agent Charles.
Is this thing just crashed into the house? Everybody's home. The whole town's shut down. Is anybody coming outside? I want to look and see what the neighbors are doing, because if we're going to have a crowd control problem, I'm outside. I can't, unless I can see anything, any part of this sticking out of the house. There's nothing I can really do.
Go ahead and roll a cert or an alertness. I think
Alertness.
actually is probably more appropriate.
Alertness. No.
Alertness.
No.
No.
That is a fail.
You're hearing voices, but you're not quite sure where they're which of the houses they're coming from. Yeah, people are reacting to the noise, the gunshots, the screaming.
Probably can't figure out where they're coming from because I'm fumbling to get my phone out to call Detective What's Her Nuts to come. We're gonna need some help with perimeter control, I think, like, and
Yeah. So Agent Charles is fumbling out a phone in this backyard frantically,
Calling more
or
witnesses.
calmly, maybe calmly dialing.
pistol in one hand, phone in the other. How am I going to dial this thing?
Inviting,
What's your
We had a
number?
little bit of a
inviting more
situation.
witnesses to come and witness.
Hey, I'm
Um,
panicking. I don't know what to do. I've never done this before. Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor.
Agent Joshua, you are downstairs. What are you doing?
This thing is taking up the stairwell, huh?
No, it's off to the side. You would be able to get upstairs. You can probably see like Peyton and Kristen have been smacked by this dead body of one of the college students. You can see they're upstairs. It's just you're downstairs at the moment.
All right, I want to go as far upstairs as I can get in this round, and I'll say, Tommy, call it off, and then I'll take a shot at it. I don't want to waste it.
All right. Yeah. Go for it. I think a shotgun too. You should have a +20. You're pretty close at this point.
Ooh.
All right, well then I got 38 out of my 50. So
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
the 2d8.
Yeah, that sounds right for a shotgun.
Blam.
9. 9. I rack it back.
9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You shoot it, and actually one of those little one of the littler claws that's on there kind of impacts into the body a bit, and then tears off and hits the ground with kind of a gross slap.
Shot him in the little hand.
Yeah. You can see immediately that that claw hand that you blew off starts to smoke and bubble. It's actually starting to exude a little bit of a cloud around it as you're going. So that's kind of at the top of the stairs. Agent Anthony.
I'm going to continue screaming and shooting at the bottom half.
Please.
That's going to be a miss. That's an 87.
All right. Yeah. The shot, this is just a pistol. It blows out a window or something that was clinging to life. And then, yeah, the shot takes it out. The creature, having been shot, it's bleeding. It's lost one of these chunks of a claw that is sitting at the top of the stairs. You hear it wheeze in and wheeze out, and it lunges forward again. And you can see it kind of knocks the woman to the side, grabs Thomas, and extricates itself backwards out of the building, just holding on to him as he's struggling with something that's around his neck. So it's not pulling away, it just kind of does like a little flap. It's now kind of out front of the house. You guys now have kind of an open view to the air. You can still see it. It's still there. It's just not embedded in the house at this point.
Well, this is
Like, is it attacking him or it's just carrying him?
It's just carrying him. Peyton, you see this.
Come on, Tommy. What did you do?
I didn't do anything!
All right, and then I'm gonna shoot it again.
All right.
That's a fail.
All right. Yeah, the shot kind of goes wide and maybe takes out one of the little veiny veins on the wings, but it doesn't actually do damage. You can see finally Thomas pulls this small it's kind of tough to see. He's a little bit further away. He's got this small necklace on with maybe like a little figurine there. And he's trying to pull it off. And then finally you see like the little bit of like a little leather thing just snap and tumbles down into the yard. Agent Kristen, it is your turn.
I'm still shooting at heads.
Please do.
That's a miss.
Yeah, the luck is turning. You guys had a lot of very good shots. The just goes wide again. Agent Charles, you're on the phone, and you hear on the other line, very tired, Ms. Gregson. Yeah, Detective Gregson, what can I do for you?
Oh, fuck it. And I'm just gonna drop the phone and run haul ass to the front yard as this thing has now come out of the house. I will leave the phone on and just scream, fuck it, and drop the phone and just pull out my gun and run to the front of the house and shoot this thing.
Anyway,
All right, take a shot.
we were all just blasting.
That way she hears the shot and
Yeah.
Oh, where?
Yeah, in the background you hear hello, hello. Yeah, it's movie logic. You can't avoid it.
Oh yeah, 30 out of 60.
30. All right, roll some damage.
That is D10. 9.
9 damage. What kind of gun do you have?
Medium pistol.
Medium pistol.
D10.
Yeah. I'd say this is another shot that, as it hits, you see another one of these faces just kind of bow inwards. It's actually the dentist. He was kind of looking rotten to begin with, and that shot really takes it the rest of the way.
But he has perfect teeth.
He has perfect teeth that clatter to the ground. Agent Joshua, it is back to you. Shots are ringing out.
Oh man. So it looks to me kind of like the creature is taking Tommy
it
away.
is- Yeah, it is very hurt looking as well. Just so you kind of have a thing, is it is bleeding profusely. You can see some of the bits that have fallen off of it are starting to sizzle on the ground.
Oh, I'm taking a shot.
Yeah. Very good. Go ahead and do this shot.
It's a decent. That is going to be a miss unless there's another plus something. I don't know.
No, in fact, with a shotgun, yeah, you're definitely not as close to it. So yeah, the shot goes wide, probably in part because you're starting to choke on this acidic gas cloud that's starting to emit from the flesh of this little claw. In fact, the other two upstairs, it's starting to sting your nose as this thing bubbles on the floor. Agent Anthony, you're downstairs. What are you doing?
Hearing all the commotion, I'm gonna look back and see if I can see anything because I'm kind of still in like the doorway area.
Yeah, I buy that.
And I'm just seeing looking thing. If it's dropping acid on the thing, I look forward and it's sort of pathetically coming at me, citing very quickly that the thing that's flying is a much bigger threat, probably more important to take down. I'm gonna actually step outside and take a pot shot there.
All right.
And that's a 22, baby.
Ooh, roll
Nice.
that. Actually, do you even roll damage? I'm trying to remember. Lindsay, you may remember better than I do. Does a critical get you a full damage?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, there it is. Double damage.
You are not going to believe this.
What'd you get?
Oh, yeah.
Rolled an 8.
An 8.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll an extra die, because
Fuck.
that's what a crit will get you.
And that's a 3.
All right.
Slightly less impressive, but I'll take it.
So you kind of go out to the side and you take a shot, and something catches. You actually like Nick. You think like looking back at this later, you might think, did I like knock its claw? It happens so fast. One of its claws gets knocked back into its like that kind of gray sack,
Mhm.
and it almost reflexively snips. And you can see this kind of beating organ with the heads falls off the creature, and it tumbles down to the ground with a distinct thud and a scream from Tommy within.
Okay. Kid Rizzic.
This thing is lying. What you think is probably dead, as it's kind of twitching a little bit on the front lawn.
All right. So, oh God, what does that smell?
We're staying in Dex order here as we go down to Peyton, because yes, not only is that bit that's upstairs getting into your lungs, it's bad. You're looking over, you see the girl the woman, she's college aged, from Phenomen X is lying kind of on the ground. It looks like she was knocked unconscious by this thing. And the air is getting to be unbreathable up here very quickly.
All right, I'm going to gesture towards the woman. Kristen, help me grab her. We got to carry her out of here.
All right.
Do we?
Can
Good
we
thing I'm not there.
The
Can-
upstairs.
can we climb out from where? I mean, I don't have a visual of how much this thing crashed into the house.
You can still take the stairs. That'd probably be the easiest. But yeah, at this point, it's probably left a big enough hole in the living room. You could drop down like onto a couch almost. You'd be knocking into rubble, but you don't think it would actually hurt you.
The idea is not to get as far away from the thing as possible and not go through the cloud of gas.
There's definitely back doors to the house. Like you could just leave out the back door rather than going towards the front.
Okay.
So you two are taking the girl where, I guess, on your two turns.
Just trying to get her out of the house. Because
Okay.
that's where we all want to go, is out of the house.
Okay. Front or back?
Back if possible.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely possible. You probably have to you're carrying her, you have to fumble through the door. You're both fairly hurt. So you're probably getting a little blood on her, and she's got a little blood on you. It's not great. In the front yard, the folks that are out there still looking, you can see Tommy is struggling his way out of this creature. He's coughing. It looks like his leg might be broken. He is trying his darndest to pull himself away, though, as this body behind him starts to kind of sublimate into this mist. Charles, you are next on initiative order. What are you doing?
Don't have any first aid, but I could probably go up and help Tommy out of the. Try and help him out, get him at least out of the area,
Okay.
and then look at my partners and go, "We're screwed. We need to get the hell out of here." As I'm going by them.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so you're doing that, Anthony. You see, or actually, I'm sorry, I skipped Joshua. I have it highlighted and everything. Joshua, what are you doing?
I'm getting out of the acid gas.
That checks out.
Thinking to myself, okay, biohazard. Tell them there's a biohazard and we have to evacuate the neighborhood. I'll yell it out as we're running.
Any chance the connection's still alive on my cell phone?
Oh no, the cell phone that you kind of dropped by the side of the house ish
Yeah.
that's still going. Yeah,
Could
yeah,
Kristen or the detective maybe heard that?
yeah. She might have. Very good, Anthony. What are you doing? Uh-oh, Agent Anthony, Brian.
I'm still not used to my character being named Anthony. That's
No,
because, like, in my head, he's either Tony or Gath.
Agent Tony.
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 He's like, no, nobody fucking calls me Anthony. That's weird.
Anthony.
It makes me think of my mom.
Agent Gat. I'll try to remember to call him Agent Gat.
And it's not. I don't. Whatever.
Yeah. What are you doing though? You kind of took this shot. You're. Wow, what a shot!
Look down at the gun for a second and be like, "Damn, holster it." And then I'm gonna be like, "All right, we got to get that kid." Who else was going in there and taking care of that?
You would be able to see Agent Kristen and Agent Peyton are dragging the Phenomenex woman out the back door. Looks like Joshua is going out front. Charles is helping Tommy out of this cloud, and it's kind of like lingering in the air. It's looking like it gets about 6 feet out from the body, and it's roiling in on itself a little bit as this body is very clearly starting to dissipate almost.
Well, that's useful. All right, so I'm gonna go help get the kid out of the situation, and I don't really have Dick for first aid, so I can't really do anything to help with that leg. But I am gonna look down at the kid and it's like, oh boy, we've got some fucking work to do with you.
I don't know what your HUMINT is at.
It's not great.
It's not great. All right.
It's like 30, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. This kid is in shock for a variety of reasons. He will not be talking to anybody immediately. So we are kind of out of the immediate danger. You guys, just to throw it all down in a list, you have an unconscious Phenomenex member, a dead Phenomenex member whose body is upstairs. You have a rapidly dissipating and a biohazard, that's a good way to put it, cloud on the front lawn creature. You have the Phenomenex van, your cars, the body of Mrs. Dingler, and Tommy. What is the game plan as you're... It won't be immediate. You have a few minutes, and the creature's body is mostly gone by the time the police will arrive. Leaving
Blame
kind of
everything
this...
on Tommy.
Gas
Blame
leak.
everything on Tommy and send him to the asylum.
Gas leak.
A gas
First
leak
thing
that
we're gonna need to do-
imploded it?
Well,
okay.
I'm still keen on trying to tell them that there's a biohazard here, and they need to evacuate the neighborhood so we can clean the scene.
I was about to. I was gonna say first thing we need to do is block the fucking roads.
Yeah.
So we came here in what? Did we come here in both vehicles or just one? I don't remember.
We can say both. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna drive those out and block anybody. Like, just I'm assuming this is just like a 2-lane like neighborhood road.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So one car should be mostly sufficient to kind of block it off. We'll probably want one person to man the checkpoints here. In the meantime, we're going to need to collect the bodies in one place and ideally dispose of as much. Jeez, that's hard to say. Dispose of as much of the chemical waste as we can with what limited supplies that we've got.
You mean the 10 gallons of gasoline in the back of the van?
Yeah. And that Coleman fuel.
Are you sure you want to risk that? We don't know how explosive this shit is. If you put gasoline on top of that, it might make it worse.
Well,
Or it might bring it back to life.
The professor, actually, in terms of people who do know how explosive it is,
The
the
professor knows.
actually does know. You'd probably be fine. You shouldn't breathe it. Good Lord, you should not breathe whatever fumes come out of that.
It'll wake you up in the morning, but
That'll put you to bed. That's what that'll do.
All right, so we've got.
I'm thinking off the top of my head real fast. We set fire to the infected area because there was an explosion of some sorts and there's debris everywhere. We can blame it on some kind of chemical explosion or whatever in the house.
Now, as far as the bodies, we probably actually want to have a couple of them, especially if we're planning on pinning murders on this child.
Or quite possibly they can be left upstairs to be consumed in the fire.
Okay,
The woman was outside. He threw her body into the van.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The bodies that are in the house, we just let them burn.
It's just the one, right?
Yeah, just
I
one.
think so, yeah. Just the Phenomenex man.
Phenomenex man inside, mother outside. And I will add another complication is you are pretty sure the neighbors are looking at some point. Probably getting a few calls to 911 in.
well, I've
Well,
already
that's what I
called
think
the
we should
detective.
call them on the phone and tell them, like, use the lingo, the appropriate. We got category 4 biohazard here. Blah, blah.
Yep,
Evacuate the neighborhood.
I'll run back and grab my phone, see if it's still connected to detective.
Absolutely.
Um,
What the hell is going on there?
sorry, we have
Yes.
a level 4 biohazard. We need containment. And
What was
the
that?
house
What-
is fully engulfed in flames.
What the fuck?
This is a federal scene. We are recommending that
So,
it
yeah.
be held off until we've had a chance to deal with it.
They just set
We
up
already
roadblocks
have
and-
agents on the way. We heard the gunfire. We're sending
Yeah.
like you guys are gonna have some like fire trucks and ambulances and whatnot there. What the hell
Keep
happened?
everybody away from the scene until we can secure the biohazard. We have a perimeter set up at the entrance and exit of the neighborhood. Please, there are no injuries. Everybody needs to be away from the area until we have the. We don't know if this is a contagion or what. We have to, contain the area first. We're setting up containment now.
Do a
Shot.
persuade.
Shots were fired, but it's under control.
Yeah, exactly.
We can go.
Come on, baby.
We can
Yes,
go shoot
I
one
made
of
it
the
by
dead
one.
bodies.
39
You
out
made
of
it by
40.
one?
39 out of 40. I made it. Oh my gosh.
She breathes a sigh of relief on the other side of the line. Oh, thank God. I was hearing all the screaming and the gunfire. I thought somebody got hurt.
Nope. There was, like I said, the house is fully engulfed in flame. Apparently, there were some firearms in the house, and what you heard as gunfire was just bullets that were exploding in the fire.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'll tell the agents to set up a perimeter around your perimeter.
Thank you.
We'll back you up, the agents.
I'll call you back when it's clear.
And you can hear on the other side. They're saying there's no casualty. Yeah, keep the ambulances just in case. But yeah,
Right, Diamond, to bring in the National Guard hazmat team. Right. Yeah.
So-
Yeah, now as far as the neighbors are concerned, I'm actually going to go over to their houses, flash the badge. I'm Agent Spice with the FBI. We understand that this is a scary situation. We strongly advise that you remain in your house right now. Understand that this is a federal case, and failure to comply with these orders could result in severe prosecution.
Nice.
Thank you
roll
for
a
your time. Please
luck.
have a good
Yeah,
day.
yeah. Roll a luck if you would.
All right.
That will determine how this next bit goes.
33? No, sorry, that's not a 3.
No,
an
that's
8.
a critical success.
It's not a
If it-
3.
Oh, okay.
Darn.
And what you basically find is there were a few people that were home, but they were doing other things when the actual things they would have seen were there. They called 911, they heard gunshots, they are asking a lot of questions. So now go ahead and roll a
Yeah,
persuade.
the response that I'm giving you is please stay in your house. We'll be happy to answer your questions later. The situation is still unfolding for your safety.
Okay.
Stay in your house.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a persuade, and it'll basically be if you're able to convince them not to take video /
So what
pictures.
So is double 10 an incredible success or an incredible failure?
That would be an incredible failure as you rolled a 100. I mean, I don't know that you would know this. Probably you go away thinking, fucking nailed it, man. I'm so good at this. Blowing the smoke off the gun as Grandma's getting her old tape recorder up in the window,
Nice.
looking out over this.
What we didn't know was the next door neighbor grandma was a secret member of Phenomenex.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is aha! Finally, something for Granny sees it all.
Nice.
But that'll be a later complication.
Anthony or Tony or Gat, you should also go around and erase everybody's doorbell cameras.
Fuck.
I mean, you're a computer guy, right?
Oh yeah, no, that's no big deal. Anything
Yeah.
digital is
Yeah, you have a pretty high roll, and this is a residential area. They don't secure anything. We'll do that. Now, is some stuff going to get out there? Yeah, absolutely. But you've contained what you can.
Yeah.
Back at the house, what are people doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and start laying out the gas and stuff. And
Yeah,
catch it.
get ready to just turn on the gas burners on the stove.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I need to try to also do it in such a way where it doesn't look like a flat out arson.
Roll criminology if you're going to do that level. That's going to be pretty tough with the amount of time you guys have.
I can help
Yeah.
with this.
At a plus 20 then.
I think it's a 50.
Do you want me to roll it? I've actually got a really good criminology.
Yes.
Yes, I know how to fake an arson.
No, not like this. Here, let me show you. You do it like this.
It's amateur hour.
I can't believe this. You, for as much as you love fire, you can't figure this stuff out. Here, let me show you. And I passed 42 out of 70.
Good. All right. Yeah, the fire's going up. Are you doing anything with Mrs. Dangler's body?
Throw another body on fire.
What is her injuries exactly? I mean, I know she's dead.
She got decapitated.
Everybody else.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's just throw her in the fire. And then
Mhm.
when they find what's left of her body, we say, oh, well, that's because her son and the Phenomenex woman went crazy and killed her. Like they killed the
And-
Phenomenex man.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
your,
exactly.
and there's your
Serial killers. Yep, that's it. I love it.
popping heads.
All right. All right. So yeah, you pull the body out. Your car still has a smear on the side where she hit it and a dent, but that'll
We're not
rub
getting
out.
back we're not getting back our deposit for our rental, are we?
No, you are absolutely not. The heads that fell off of this this creature, like when it kind of dissolved, are also just basically skulls at this point. Go ahead and can everybody roll me an intelligence check as this fire is starting in the house and is kind of quickly spreading onto the lawn. Well, not quickly onto the lawn. It's kind of sizzling. It's catching bits of the body and going up.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like burning along the body.
I don't see anything I'm worried about. Everything's
47.
good.
I'm good.
I got
Good.
a critical failure.
Jesus.
I'm good.
A
Good.
regular failure.
Agent
critical.
Gats. What'd you get? On an int roll.
That's 23. I'm good.
Okay. Agent Gat and Agent Charles. You're watching the fire spread across the lawn. And you suddenly flash back to the battle. And Tommy had pulled something off of his neck and it had fallen onto the lawn. And the creature had fallen onto that. As the fire is spreading across the lawn.
Mm.
Are you doing anything about that?
Yeah, gonna have to try to grab that thing because We don't know what fire would do to it. That is, I'll be like, hey, where's that
Alright.
thing? That charm thing he had.
The fuck are you talking about?
The
Yeah, I
necklace.
passed
I know
it
what you're
too.
talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you'd said you'd failed. Yes, Agent Kristen, you also see it.
I actually see the thing.
No, you recall that. Oh, yes, that fell onto the lawn and is somewhere in that pile of not quickly, but
Right.
slowly burning flame. And basically, I'm going to roll a d4, and that's how many rounds before it's on fire.
He's gonna roll.
I was gonna shoot it, but I guess I can go look for it.
Okay.
Because
Is
it's
that?
just
Are
a
you all
charm
three
on a
gonna?
necklace, right? It's just a charm on a leather thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. From kind of the little bit you saw in the flash, you were thinking maybe like yay big, not terribly huge. All right. For those that are going to, go ahead and give me a search roll. Let's start with Agent Kristen.
Oh man, 57 out of 52.
Yep, you're kind of wading into this, kind of like it's squelching on your feet. You're dissipating little bits of smoke. Agent Charles.
Ah, yeah, 31 out of 40.
All right, you kind of dive in there, and you think, oh, I've got it, and you come up with the bit of the leather. Not quite it. Not quite it. Agent Gat, you're looking.
Oh no,
Go
I'm
ahead and
not.
roll that. Oh, you're not looking. All right,
It's
back to
on
Agent
fire. I'm not
Kristen.
touching that shit.
Yeah, Agent Kristen.
Oh wait, was that the int roll? Was to look for that?
Yeah, to realize that. Oh yeah, that dropped.
Oh yeah, no.
Because I
no.
mentioned it, and I wanted to make
Hey,
sure
it
you
dropped
guys
in the thing.
had a chance before it.
I'm not getting in that. That's on fire.
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm
nope,
not like fire.
I don't
I'm
do
not
fire.
like
Yep. Agent Kristen, you can see the fire is coming closer to you, but not very fast, I would say.
I found the leather strap.
Okay, I'll try again. No! 67.
Digging through this goop.
26.
26. You're able on kind of that second success. You're like, wait, if the bit he had held on to fell here, he actually crawled a bit. It's actually over, and you pull up, and drenched in this gory sludge, as you maybe like give it a quick hand, you shake it. There is a small figurine that depicts kind of like a man bird. It almost looks like a very crude approximation of this creature with a little hole through it for the strap to go through.
I probably would know anything about what this is with an occult of 32, but now is not the time to inspect that. We need to hide this away and make sure that it never sees the light of day again. I don't know that it can be destroyed. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if it can be, so we need to.
We can turn it over to the agency.
Yeah, we need to turn it over to the agency for sure. It's evidence.
For
All
study.
right. For study. Perfect. All right. So, the five of you.
There's one
Watching-
thing
yeah.
we do. I'm sorry. There's one
Yeah, go
thing we
ahead.
do need to do is, and I don't know if we're going to have time or whatever, but we need to scour the hell out of we need to make sure there's no evidence in the phenomenon van.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have enough time at this point that well, you know what? We'll say the woman has the keys on her. It's easy enough to get into it. And you can see pretty quickly that they had been to the dental place and they'd been to the school. And that's where they made the connection of this kid was in both places. We're going to go talk with him. So that's easy enough to grab. You probably need to like stop a stream that they had like prepared, like a video of them talking about it. but
Yeah.
that's fairly easy to do. 2 agents at the least are very hurt, I would say. Is that
Mhm.
correct? What are you doing?
Well, the heads that got shot off, you said,
Yes.
are basically skulls. They're not dissipating.
They are not dissipating, correct?
What about the other heads that weren't shot off?
They are mostly burnt acidically, and you can see the fire is kind of like would be getting to them. If there was something you wanted to do, you could have grabbed them earlier.
I do want to keep them because that's going to be my case against Tommy.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, you can grab a couple heads. If I recall correctly, Ms. Hatvin's head is still good. The dentist is gone, the mother's is gone, and the rabbit's gone. So you have 1 head, if I'm counting.
What about Lauren?
Oh, that is true. Lauren's head is on there, as well as the Phenomenex guy. So you have 3 heads. And they're in rough shape, but you could pretty easily, like dental records and stuff, be like, "Yep, this is them." All right, so we're going long. So let's just do kind of high level. Let's start with Agent Kristen, actually, since you were just kind of talking about the heads. Coming up in the next couple days, what is your story that you're giving to people?
I guess I probably need to do a little research about the kid. See what exactly, did he have a job? Was he just a student? Whatever.
Student, we'll say he had like a job at a restaurant, some fast food place.
I'm trying to come up with some way that he could have done this decapitation.
You've got a profiling, and you did the research into these various places with the chemicals. I think you have enough stuff there that you could probably fabricate some story of maybe he broke into one of these places, stole chemicals, stole like maybe the kid's some sort of crazy genius. Who knows? Like you are able with your profiling skills to build enough of a case against him. If you want to throw Tommy under the bus, you absolutely can.
Definitely going to do the whole unrequited love stalker thing. Somehow the librarian and the dentist got involved in the plot too.
Perfect. And Tommy doesn't really have a defense. You have quite a few bits of evidence you've accounted against him, and from his entire defense is basically, I don't know what happened. Like I don't like people came in, they shouted at me. Something came and got me. They think he's completely lost his mind. Tommy's going away for a long time to probably join Mrs. Harrogate at Swansea Psychiatric. Agent Charles. Any loose ends?
The only loose end that I can think of is the test tube of liquid and the or of flesh and the charm, which I'm going to turn over when we return to our handler for debrief, and not keep any of it for myself because I like having my job as a Delta Green agent, and I don't want.
You
to
like
be dead.
living too.
I like living.
Yeah.
I don't want to be dead, so I like living. But also, if asked, I'll tell them I thought it was important that we kept a sample on hand in case we ever needed to, ever encountered it again. We would know exactly what it is. Scientific purposes.
What's your human? Just so I'm.
Oh, it's
I'm
base
remembering.
10.
Base. Okay. Yeah. Your handler, the tough sumbitch he is, tough to read. Tough to read as you give him these things. He just kind of, well, at least you did something right.
There's a first time for everything, boss.
Yep. All right, Agent Peyton. Any loose ends you would like to tie up?
All right, so I am going to go to Joshua and I'm going to say, we had one house we took care of. I think we got another house we take care of.
Yep. I was waiting for the handler to call on me. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we can join those two together as the two of you slip away during all this, and
Remember, I
Make
set it
sure.
all. I set it all
Yeah.
up already, and it's,
Yep.
Yeah.
all we gotta do is activate.
yeah, they're not even like watching that building, so it kind of doesn't even hit. It's just a weird blip of like, what the hell? This house burned down like crazy.
These
Oh,
people
well.
have the worst luck.
Yeah. Good thing she's catatonic in the mental institute, because she'd be real sad to hear about her house and daughter. All right. Anything other than the house before we jump to Agent Gath? All right,
No.
Agent Gat. Anything else? I think the only one I can immediately think of is Santorini, but I think you'd already kind of covered that.
So, did you guys deal with the Phenomenex girl?
Good question.
Okay. Well, if not, that I'm going to deal with that. So, the very very briefly, I'm going to ask her. I'm gonna ask her. What are you going to do with this?
That is a. Let me just kind of see how she's doing right now. She had a real bad day.
I mean, he would come back and he would like wait until she was, able to talk. If she was like completely catatonic, but like it would be like you go home and you don't tell anybody about this until I come visit you. And
Yeah,
then he comes back and then says, "Okay."
Yeah, and she
So-
kind of has like
What do you do
an
with her?
actual shake to her that she can't seem to get rid of. Like, she even like a day or two later, she's calmed down. I'm done with that. It killed William.
And I'm sorry about that. Don't go digging too deep.
Thank you. Um,
Don't tell anybody.
Thanks. And she tries to give you a hug.
He'll play along with that.
Then she breaks off and goes to the van and will drive off if you let her.
I'm going to confiscate all the equipment in the van, of course.
Yeah, she won't fight you. She will not fight you over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, with everything you guys are doing, no problem.
Yeah.
She,
and then the other thing that I'm going to take care of, Santorini's already pretty much. We've already tied that up. Just kind of checking in with him and making sure it's like, keep your mouth shut, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think especially with, like you said, you talked with the handler. You've got that. The bodies are clean. If you let him know that there's nothing he can get, I will say he is not going to be happy about it, but he's not stupid.
Okay.
He's gonna shut his trap.
Yeah, it's like everything has been. The bodies have been returned to your morgue. Mundane serial kill.
Write that down. No. Mundane. MUNDA.
For all intents and purposes, that is what happened.
Okay.
And that's the truth.
All right.
I'm
And
sad to say, but one last thing is the kid.
yes.
Once he is isolated and away from everybody else, I'm gonna go and be like, all right, so what the fuck, dude? We know about the library books. I'm assuming that the little charm had something to do with that.
And you're like, you are doing, like, having this conversation. He is in fully white outfit, like it's the table, handcuffs, the whole 9 yards. You're in the psychiatric thing. You pulled some strings, and he just kind of looks at you. The only thing I could think of is some of my grandpa's stuff. I didn't know there was anything with it.
What did you do with it?
I just wore it. That's all I did. I didn't want any of this to happen.
So that's all you did. You just wore it.
I thought I was a good luck charm.
Yeah. You want you want me to be perfectly honest with you? If you ever want to have anything resembling a normal life, play along with it. Be the bad guy. It's the only way you're ever gonna see daylight. It's the only way you're gonna be in prison probably for the rest of your life, and I'm sorry. But there's bigger shit happening here than you or me. And I'm gonna have to confront this for the rest of my life. Do you see this? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. But there's
how
something-
tired he is. Yeah,
Like, he legitimately feels bad for the kid. He's like, fuck, this kid really did just get like completely fucked out of something that he had no idea what he was. He believes the kid's story pretty much. Like, regardless of whether or not it's true, like, he believes it.
and basically the end of that conversation is Tommy swearing at you as you walk out of this hospital. Because he does not want to be the bad guy. Like, this is bullshit. I didn't do anything.
Give it time.
Yeah. He's got time.
And then
Get a
getting
movie.
back and
You
then
read a book.
reporting that I did this. Kid's insisting on his innocence. I know the doc brought back that charm. Kid says all he did was wear it. Probably want to destroy that thing, to be honest with you. That's what he.
We already handed it over to the handler, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but no, this is what he's telling the handler when he gets back from all this shit. He's just like, "Yo, dude, that shit's bad news."
Do you have any extra information, Agent Gat? Anything you'd like to add to the record?
Fuck. Is it gonna be like this all the time?
More or less.
Fuck.
Yep.
Should have just let the fucking mob get me. Oh well, here we go.
Yeah,
It's my
probably
life now.
should have. Yeah. All right. Well, your advice is taken under advisement. We'll let you know when you need you again. Until then, enjoy your witness protection.
I will try, knowing that there's shit like that out there all the time.
Well, regardless of whether he knew he was doing it or not, he still did it.
Yes, and we. I think let's since we're so far over, we will kind of end it there as the five of you go back to your normal lives, at least for the moment, knowing you stopped this, but at just terrible cost. And as a little epilogue, you will start seeing videos popping up, shaky, blurry hand, like cell phone things, of this kind of sublimating mist and agents wandering around and burning a house.
Biohazards.
Yeah.
The kid was collecting crazy chemical shit.
Yep. And that would be a hook for later. So, all right, that was a victim of the art.
Woohoo! We finally finished Victim of the Art. Wow.
Woo!
Yay.
So,
I didn't get to say it, but in response to you still did it. Gat's response is going to be like, that certainly would be a comfortable thing for us to tell ourselves, wouldn't it?
yeah. Yes.
We still got to live to see that we got to do this shit again, so we should probably get comfortable lying to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, to kind of give you guys a high level overview of what went down from a high level, because I think it's kind of interesting for the scenario. Tommy had no idea what was going on.
Right.
At all. Like, he got his grandfather dug into a bunch of Peruvian stuff. He had a amulet of a thing called an Ayapa, which is actually kind of cool. It's actually an old decapitator god from Peruvian legends. Pretty cool. That was tied to that amulet. When he slept, this thing would kind of pick up on stuff from him. So Tommy had a real bad tooth surgery. The IAPA made sure that was, done with retribution wise, yes. Miss Hatvin put him in detention. She got taken care of. He called Lauren to say how much he wanted to, date her, he loved her, that sort of thing. Lauren said, I'm not really into you. He went to sleep. Goodbye, Lauren. The real problem of this all is it responds to Tommy's, emotions at the moment. The problem is he almost had that back of the head idea oh, they're looking for somebody, right? So all of a sudden he hears on the morning news they're looking for a serial killer. Everybody's looking out. Paranoia is rising. Phenomenon X shows up, says, Tommy, we know you did something. What the hell did you do? They start pressuring him. This thing picks up on it and shows up. Tommy almost met a very bad end. You literally got off the last shot possible to kill this thing before it ripped his head off and flew away.
True superhero fashion.
Yes, pretty
I'm
much.
not sure that the fate that he has now is much better than that.
That's Delta Green, baby.
Yep.
I almost shot him because I thought if he's controlling it, if I kick him out, maybe he'll stop.
That might have ended with a dead agent this time. I think between Peyton and Christine, that was pretty bad there as well, I'm assuming. You both took some pretty good hits.
I would have been real messed up if I hadn't been for my armor.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, you probably didn't take almost any of that with your Kevlar, because that's what, 3?
Mm-hmm.
3 piece? Yeah.
So I only took a
Smart.
couple of damage.
Yeah. But all right.
Awesome.
That's pretty much what happened.
Well, I enjoyed Victim of the Art, that's for sure. I hope everyone else did too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I'm sorry I kept spacing like that, for real. I don't know what the fuck my deal was. I just
It happens.
I'll just rename you Agent Brian.
was fucking with me.
It's all good, man.
Kind of look like a corpse.
We all do it sometimes. I've spaced out in games. No worries at all.
Yeah, I just don't want you to think that was disinterest or that I was bored or anything. Because my God, I'm not. I'm actually having a fucking blast. My being late was I forgot what day it was. I thought it was Monday.
You know what? I thought it was
feels
Monday
like
today earlier too. I was like,
Yeah.
man, it feels like a Monday today. So, but it's not. It's Tuesday, which means tomorrow's Wednesday, which means another episode of Delta
Impossible
Green
Landscape.
tomorrow night. We're playing Impossible Landscapes tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Not this group. It's a whole nother crew.
Wow.
Half of it is another crew. It's Lindsay, myself, Starless, and
Balin.
Balin.
That's
With
right.
Nathan as the handler.
I had and Nathan is the handler. We are playing Impossible Landscapes. It's episode 4, and I think I'm doing the recap tomorrow. So, as Gran, the senile old grandma that gives everybody cookies. So we'll see what the recap is going to be like. I'm rewatching it right now, and you can rewatch it with me from last week over on our YouTube channel. So make sure you look us up on YouTube, United Adventure Company. We sure appreciate everyone hanging out with us tonight. This weekend is D&D Welcome Home, Saturday at 6 p.m. Then next week we'll be on a short hiatus for the week, and then we'll be back on Friday night the following week to start the week off again. So don't forget our Halloween special. We have all these dice to give away, like 10 sets of dice. All these dice, all the dice we're giving
They're
away.
little mini dice.
They're
too.
tiny.
They're super cute.
They're super awesome, cute little dice.
I love how small
From
these
Kraken
are.
Dice. Yeah, they're really awesome. So make sure you're there for our Halloween stream. We're playing 3 games on Halloween. Weird. It will be closing out the Halloween stream.
Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah. We have some really cool graphics that are set up that Jesse's been working really hard on. So we're excited to get those in the rotation. Other than that, we have our RPG giveaway that we're doing when we hit 125 followers. So make sure if you're watching this on the VOD or video on demand or VOD, however you choose to say it, that you hit that follow button if you're not already a follower, and join our Discord to get updated with all the games every week. But other than that, folks, that's about going to do it for us tonight. Thank you to everyone in the cast, to Brian, Lindsay, Jesse, Sherry, and to our handler, Nathan. Thank you so much for a wonderful game, Victim of the Art. It's a ton of fun. Can't wait to play another one. I am Agent Charles, also known as Billy, Jackal Crossing, the Forever Dungeons & Dragons DM on the United Adventure Company. Until next time, remember, deception is right. Truth is a privilege. Innocence is a luxury. Stay out of our dungeons. Good night, everybody. See you next time.